Hi, my name is Paul Grogan and welcome to my tutorial and playthrough for Revenant. This video has been created to help the Kickstarter campaign which goes live on November 19th, 2024. As such, everything that you see in this video is not final. The components are a prototype and the rules that we're using are the current rules at the moment, but they are likely to change for the final version of the game. So just a word of warning, if you are watching this video in the future, when the game is actually out, then some of the rules that we're using today will not have made it into the final version of the game. And this video was actually filmed as a live playthrough for my Patreon supporters with the designer watching. So during this video, if you see us occasionally looking off to the camera and looking at what is a live chat, you won't see that chat because I'm editing this video and uploading it as a new version. A big thank you to Mind Clash Games for sponsoring this video. And big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for keeping the channel going. If you want to support me directly, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. So here we are, we're going to dive into a 3-player game. We're going to be explaining the rules to you as we go along, but I am going to give you an overview at the start. Just before we start, JP and Adrian have joined me from the Whose Turn Is It Anyway podcast.
Hello.
Thank you very much. You have both played this before.
We have indeed.
You got a demo of it in Essen, and
Yep.
me and Adrian played this last night. And what is Revenant? We are aboard a very, very large ship, and we are trying to get to a colony which is over there. It's somewhere. We're trying to get there. And unfortunately, we've got all of these void-born ships that have come out and are starting to attack us. We're going to be playing the game over 4 rounds. And at the end of each round, if we have engaged the hyper jump on the ship, we will leave this area of space and we will travel to a new area of space. If we don't, new bad guys are going to come out of these rifts and we're going to get flooded. So yeah, you kind of need to be jumping because otherwise you're just going to get overwhelmed by ships. This is a competitive game. We are each opposing admirals vying for control, and it is a victory point game, and we will score the victory points at the end of the game, and I'm going to explain how those points work. But essentially, we have 7 different houses in the game. We have an influence board, which is this board down here. This board has got the 7 houses in the game, and I can't remember all of their names, so apologies. But we have the orange house. We'll call them by their colours so that it's easier. What this does is we each start with a disc on the bottom of this influence board, and over the course of the game, we're going to be moving these discs up. At the end of the game, your points in a particular house is going to be your influence with that house multiplied by the power of the house. And all of the houses start with 2 power. That power will go up and it will go down over the course of the game. And this is where a lot of the points are going to be gained. And this is where a lot of the competition goes on in the game. So this is not a cooperative game, even though it might feel that we're all trying to protect the ships. So for example, if JP, who's playing green, has loads and loads of influence in House Shivius, then it might be in mine and Adrian's best interest to make sure that one of the ships from House Shivius accidentally gets attacked, which means power will go down, which means JP is going to get less points at the end of the game. Because this power rating is equal to the number of house ships on the board at any time. So if a house ship, which is a ship from a particular house, gets destroyed, the power goes down. If we build a new ship, the power goes up. So if you've got lots and lots of influence with a particular house, you might want to build a new ship of that house in order to increase the power value. Mm-hmm. Power goes from 0 to 4. And it starts off at 2 because everybody's got 2 power. Now we've done the setup for you. Setup is quite involved and contains a lot of variability with which ships are where. You always use the 7 arc ships. So these are large ships. There is 1 for each house. Where they go is different in each game, but you always use all of those. The other types of ships that we have on the board is we have fighters, which are these ships. We don't use all of these at the start of the game. And we have drop ships, which are these ones. And these are always associated with a particular house. We also have our frigates. These are player color-coded. So yeah, these are ours. And over the course of the game, we're also going to get civilian ships. And the civilian ships are also coded to a particular house. So yeah, they're the ships that are in play at the start of the game. And as I say, we also have the Voidborn at the start of the game as well. We also have some planets. So in this particular setup, we have a planet in Sector 2, we have a planet in Sector 5, and a planet in Sector 8. We can use the drop ships to land on those planets and get various bonuses. But of course, when we jump, Those planets are not going to be there. There will be some more planets, etc., etc. There's only one bit of setup that we haven't done yet, and that is we have taken from this deck of hidden influence cards, which basically is a whole bunch of cards, an equal number of each of the 7 houses. We've taken out one of each house. And what's going to happen in player order, which we haven't decided yet, who's going to go first, we're going to take one of those cards and we're going to gain 1 influence with that house, and that archship is going to get damaged. And then 3 of the remaining 4 cards are going to start with corruption, because corruption is a big part of this game. Corruption is bad. Don't do corruption, kids. But sometimes you have to, because these ships are going to get corrupted as they feel the effects of the Voidborn coming through the rifts. And if you use a corrupted ship, you will become corrupted yourself, and it's negative points at the end of the game. Anyway, start player is top, middle, or bottom?
Middle.
Middle is pink, so I'm the start player.
I knew that was the case.
So the current start player marker that we're using is this piece from Anachrony. Has to be said at this point, this is a prototype copy of the game. So everything that you see here is not final. It looks very nice, but it is still being worked on. So yeah, the physical copy of the game that we're using is a prototype. And also the rules that we're playing with today are still in development. So these rules are likely to change, probably not by much, but just to let you know that if you're watching this video in X number of months' time when the game comes out, there might be some slight differences. But hopefully this will give you a good idea of how it plays. So I'm the start player. I choose one of these, and that might be influenced by my secret agenda card. So each player gets a whole bunch of secret agenda cards at the start of the game. You choose one, and that is your secret agenda. And based on this, I'm going to choose to take this one. So I basically take this card, I gain 1 influence with this house, so I move up to there, and I place 1 damage cube on the arc ship of that house, which is here. Now the arc ships can take 4 damage before they're destroyed. Mm-hmm. Damage is red cubes. There's 3 slots on each arc ship, so once 3 cubes are on, the ship is about to be destroyed, and the 4th cube will destroy the ship. Adrian, which house do you want?
I will take this one, please, the dark blue.
And you are yellow, so you move up to there. Okay, and 1 damage is going to go on here. Right. JP, which one do you want?
This one?
Yep. So you move up to there. 1 damage goes on there. Okay, so in a 4-player game, there would only be 3 cards left, and all of these ships would get corrupted. But one of these ships is not going to be corrupted.
Yoink.
That one. Okay, so these 3 ships start with corruption. So we have the green one, which I think is House Navaris. That one. So corruption is a little marker that goes on the back of the ship. We have the red one, House Shibius. Typical.
Yeah.
You know what they're like?
They love a crusade.
Yeah. And the lilac ones here. And then all of these cards get shuffled back in.
Or even the one we...
Yep. They all go back in. And each player is going to have one of these at the start of the game. So there's 2 types of influence in this game. There is the open influence, which everybody can see, and you're going to get bonuses for moving up this track, which is what the things are. But you also have a hidden influence card.
Oh, we're doing it that way.
We'll do it that way. Yeah, so if you look at it, don't tell me what it is.
Put it back in the
Shuffle it back. Yeah, no. That's a different set of videos. Okay, right. So at the end of the game, what's going to happen is we are going to reveal all of our hidden influence cards, and we will be collecting more of them over the course of the game. And a hidden influence card is basically the same as 1 influence on the board.
Yeah.
Your influence on the board can go no higher than 8, but theoretically it's possible to have more than 8 because you've got the board plus the number of cards that you've got. So that's that. And you can gain more of these cards during the game, and the politician can do all sorts of shenanigans with these cards because we have asymmetric player powers. I am playing the scientist, Adrian's playing the politician, JP's playing the scout, and there is also the commander. Each of the boards is 2-sided, and you can choose which side you play, and we can choose independently. So it's not like we all have to play the A side or we all have to play the B side, and they all have unique powers. And if I just show you my board briefly, you have a captain and you have 2 cadets. Your captain can actually get promoted over the course of the game. Your captain will get more powerful with more abilities. Your cadets can also get abilities by playing cards under them, but we'll explain that as we go along as well. Right, what else to explain? Let's show the sequence board. This contains a lot of information, and it's actually, this is the entire sequence of the game here. So the game is played over 4 rounds, but the 4 rounds are actually tracked on this board here. So this red icon here, this is the sensor phase. This is phase 1 of a round, but you don't do it in the first round of the game. So the first round of the game, we actually just do the actions, then we do the recall, then we do the breach, then we do the hyperspace, or the hyper jump. Then this is actually the start of round 2. So round 2 starts here, and we do the sensor, actions, recall, breach, hyper jump. Round 3 is this, and then round 4 is this. So this is the entire sequence of the game, and it tells you what happens in each of the phases. We're going to be explaining these as we go along. The main thing is that we start in the action phase. So what's going to happen in the action phase is 3 times each, we're going to do this. We're going to follow this sequence here, which is to place one of your crew members onto an action, gain influence. If you placed it on a frigate, instead of gaining the influence, you would draw a hidden influence card. You then can move the ship and do the main action. These can be done in either order. And then after that, you get to do a bonus action. So this is what happens on your turn. And then the next player will take their turn, then the next player, then back to the first player, and we will do that 3 times each. On your turn, you take one of your crew members, either your captain or a cadet, and you place it into one of the spaces on one of the ships. So each of the ships has a space where you can place it on. You cannot place it on other players' frigates. You can only place it on your own frigates, but you could place it on a fighter, on a dropship, you could place it on an arc ship, or you could place it on the Revenant itself. And there are 2 different spaces on the Revenant to place it on. Once there is a crew member on a ship, you cannot go to that particular space again. Normal worker placement rules apply, and they're all going to come back at the end of the round. So we've got 3 actions per round, and there's only 4 rounds in the game. So you're only going to get to do 12 main actions. Now, there's lots of different actions available. I will mention them briefly, and then we'll go into them in more detail as we go along. If you place one of your crew members onto a fighter, then you can move before or after the action, and you can move 1 space. And then you get to basically shoot one of the Voidborn from the sector that you're in. So if I activated that fighter, I could shoot one of these and then move to here, or I could move to here and shoot one of these in either order. That's what the fighters do. The dropships, if you activate a dropship, it can move and it can land on a planet. Now, landing on a planet is not a movement point. You land on a planet that's in your sector. So I could, with this one, I could basically land here. But if I went on, no, they're all of the dropships are currently, oh no, this one isn't. So if I went on that one, I would move to there and then land there.
Yeah.
The arc ships cannot move. So I mentioned that when you go on a ship, you can move before or after your action. The arc ships cannot move. These have each got their own actions, and most of them have 2 different actions that you can do. So when you go on one of these ships, you choose which action you want to do. There is one ship that only has 1 possible action. It's printed on there twice, but you can only do 1 of them. And your frigate, if you go on a frigate, it acts as either a fighter, so you can use it to shoot one of the ships, or it can act as a dropship, so you can go and land on a planet. Or instead, a third option is you can place one of these absorb markers in the sector that it's in, which is basically stunning one of the Voidborn, draining energy from it, and that Voidborn won't attack you during that particular turn's breach phase. And then finally, the Revenant. The Revenant has 2 special abilities. One of them is that you activate the hyper jump. So we only jump at the end of the round if somebody has gone here and spent 3 neutronium. The other one is to build a ship. So this is how you build new ships in the game. And we'll cover those in more detail as we go along. But every single time you place a crew member, you gain 1 influence. If you place it on a house ship, you get 1 influence with that house. If you place it on the Revenant, you get 1 influence with a house of your choice. And if you place it on your frigate, you actually draw one of the hidden influence cards. So you will always get 1 influence. It just depends where you want to go. Right, so I'm going first, and let's have a look at what it is that I actually want to do. We start the game with 1 of each resource. So there are 4 resources in the game. We have energy, science, we have materials, and we have neutronium. You can get those resources from various places. And I think I want to do this, he says. It's tricky decisions already.
It's just so open.
It is very open. It is very, very open. So and also, if you go on a ship that's corrupted, you gain a corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So that will also influence your choices in the game. So this ship is not corrupted. And do I want to go on there though?
Only you know.
I don't know whether I do know. Okay, let's have a look at this again. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Let's go here. So I'm going to place my cadet on there. And I gain 1 influence with this house. So I have moved, let me show you this. I have moved up to this space here, which means I get this material. So there is a bonus for the player to arrive on the particular space. And you might be thinking, well, why would I want to move up the House Shivius track? Because this is corruption. This is actually remove a corruption, not gain a corruption. So yeah, you do want to move up that track as well. So I've gained this. I can place that on any of my compartments as long as they're not corrupted. If the compartment is corrupted, you cannot put resources in it. If there were already resources in it, you cannot spend resources that are in a corrupted compartment. So I'm going to put that there. And that's the bonus that I got for moving up. Then, if the ship was corrupted, I would gain a corruption. It's not. I can't move it because it's an arc ship. And now I can do one of the 2 actions on that ship. And I'm going to actually do the action that gains me 2 materials. You are limited in your storage space. But there is a tiny little icon next to that. And if we have a look at my player board, you will see that... did I want to use my captain for that? Maybe I wanted to use my captain. Actually, yes, I'm going to change my mind. I'm actually going to use my captain for that. So I used my captain. And if I use my captain has the powers of negotiation. This is one of my special abilities for being a scientist. So whenever I see that icon, I actually gain an extra science. And that icon was there next to the thing that gained me 2 materials. So I gained 2 materials and I gained a science. And that is my main action done. Now we do a bonus action. So if we have a look at my frigate board, you will see all of the bonus actions that are available to you. You cannot use a bonus action if it's corrupted. So the more corruption you gain, the more times that these spaces will get locked. Very briefly, this action is removing corruption. This is gaining a resource. This is moving up the tactics. This is playing a card. Haven't mentioned the cards yet, but there are 3 different types of cards. Everybody starts the game with 1 of each. That is the bonus action where you can play cards. This is to use your activated abilities. And I forgot to take my science. Oh, thank you very much. Forgot to take my science. There we go. And this is you move your frigate, but none of us can do that at the start of the game because it is corrupted. So, I mean, I could play a card. I don't think I want to play a card. I think I might just take a resource. I'm going to take some neutronium because neutronium is quite hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take some neutronium, and that's my turn done. Sure. That's my first turn done. So it's Adrian.
Yes.
So, Adrian is the politician.
Yes.
And we'll go through Adrian's abilities when he starts to use them.
Yeah. Hopefully fairly quickly. But to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cadet, and I'm going to go onto this yellow ship here.
Mm-hmm. You swine.
So you gain an influence.
So I gain an influence in yellow.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm going to take this action,
which is to gain 2 science.
Gain 2 science.
And if you were friends with them, like I am, you would have got an extra science.
I would have, however.
But he's not.
He doesn't have any negotiation skills.
Despite being a politician, yeah.
Yeah. Sally, no one likes you.
And then that's my main action
That's
done.
your main action done.
And then as my bonus action, I am going to take I'm going to take a neutronium.
You're going to take a resource as well.
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
That is.
You're quite naughty.
Because you wanted to move up here.
Maybe.
I mean, you can. There is still a fighter.
That was better for me. And now I'm going to do something completely different.
Okay.
So, I think we could just get on with that and then get some neutronium. It might be quite good. Let's do that instead. Captain's going out.
Captain's going out.
Captain Scout.
Okay.
Captain Scout. So I could use a dropship, this guy.
Yeah.
Or I could use my own frigate. Either way, I can get here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The captain, everybody's captain, if they are moving a small ship, they actually get to move it 2 spaces instead of 1. So you could go on that one and get to here, for example.
Yeah, true.
Or that one and get to here, depending on which house you want to gain influence with.
That might help me do what I actually wanted to do anyway. So, yeah, why not? Let's do... No, it's the choice of the house, isn't it? That's it. It doesn't really matter at the minute. So let's go.
Okay. So you gain 1 influence with this house.
And then we're
And then so you can move it 2, but you're not going to move it at all.
No, we're going to land.
Okay.
We're going to
land on the planet. So I'm going to show you the planet cards in more detail. This is a planet card, and it starts off the game with one of these data discovery cubes on it. Now, we're not using the cubes that they sent me for the prototype because they're clear and they don't show up well on camera. So I'm using these, which are from the Anachrony Deluxe editions today. But again, it's all a prototype. When you land on a planet with a dropship, you can choose one of these 2 options. This one is going to get you corruption. So this is the better option. It gets you more stuff, but it is going to get you corruption. And this here, this is the mining icon. This is again for my special ability. So if I went here and I chose this option, I would gain a science. So which of these 2 options would you like?
It has to be the top one. So gain 2 energy.
Well, you land on the planet.
Yeah.
You gain the cube. We'll talk about the cube in a minute. But you're going to gain 2 energy.
Yeah.
And 2 spaces up on the tactics track.
Hooray!
So the tactics track is here. And at the start of the game, everybody has a marker on the track. And these actually start off in a random order, and you've gained 2 tactics. Now, moving up the tactics track is going to get you materials if you go from 2 to 3 or from 5 to 6. And the tactics is going to be used at a couple of points later in the round, and you'll see that when you get to it. But basically, tactics is good. So moving up that track is a good thing.
Yeah.
Right, now the data cubes. Let me show you my frigate board again. So everybody starts the game with a discovery data card and a void residue card. And every time in the game that you gain a discovery data cube, you put it on your card. Once you have 3 of these, then you remove them and you draw 1 hidden influence card. And it's the same with the void residue. Every time you clear corruption, you put it on this card. And once you've got 3 of them, you get one of the hidden influence. So JP has his first discovery data cube.
Yep. That's the main action.
That's the main action done.
And then I
now have a bonus action.
I also get an additional resource.
Oh, because it's your captain. So JP's special ability is if his captain lands on a planet, he finds something lying around.
Yeah.
He's got a metal detector.
Yeah, and
that's what
it's gone beep beep beep. I found some neutronium.
Found some neutronium.
Lovely.
Stick it in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm having that. And then, as my bonus action, I'm going to play a card.
So we need to talk about the cards. I'm just going to show you the cards that I've got in my hand. There are 3 different types of cards. There's equipment, there's training cards, which you play on cadets to make them better, and there are, what are they called? I've forgotten what they're called. Support cards. Support cards, that's it. So when you play a card, the cost is shown in the top left. Now, that is a house discount. If on that turn you placed a crew member onto a ship of that house, and it has to be on that turn, you don't have to pay the top cost. But if you didn't, you'd have to pay the whole thing. Now, cards go in play in various places. So if you play an equipment card, it's going to go on your frigate. You're basically improving your frigate, and you're going to give it special abilities, and each of these cards is worth 2 points at the end of the game. If it's a training card, you tuck it into under your player board, and you are improving the abilities of one of your cadets. You can have a maximum of 3 of these cards on each cadet, and these are worth 2 points each at the end of the game as well. If it's a support card, it does what it says on the card, and then you just tuck it underneath your player board. They're worth 1 point each at the end of the game.
Yeah.
So, what card would you like to play?
I'm playing Tactical Edge.
And does it have a house discount?
It does, but I don't get it.
You don't get it because you didn't go on that.
Because Adrian stole it.
You could have gone here.
No, it's not as fun, is it? It's not as
So
fun.
you have to pay 1 energy.
Yeah.
And 1 of anything else.
I'll probably just do the other energy. No, I won't. I will do materials.
Okay.
There we go.
And it's a one-off effect.
It is.
And it gives you 4 on the tactics. So 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets you 2 materials and then that card is tucked and just goes underneath your player board somewhere. Say it's good. All of the artwork on all of these cards at the moment is from Voidfall, but I've been told that they're all going to have their own unique artwork. So if you're looking at the cards and you see artwork that is very familiar, it is just a placeholder at the moment.
Rushing the tactics track.
That's quite high up. Now this tactics is going to reset every time we jump. So when we jump, tactics is going to get reset. Is it my go?
I think it
I
is.
believe so.
Okay, so I used my captain, didn't I, last turn, and I went there to get some extra bonuses. So I've got loads of stuff. I probably want to use that stuff. So which is the one for playing cards? This one, but it's corrupted.
It is.
Get it before Adrian goes there.
I don't like corruption.
You can see you've got free.
Don't like
Science.
What? Oh, because he's using that to promote
I'm
his
just
captain.
saying. I'm just pointing out information.
Just saying.
Just saying.
And we also need to do something about these Voidborn, because what's going to happen in the breach phase is each of these Voidborn ships is going to deal 1 damage. So we either need to destroy them or stun them, or our ships are going to get damaged. Now, there is a way that you can repair the ships. That's there. We've already been there.
Mm-hmm.
Need to look over here. Which of these do I want? I also need to look at what other people are moving up, because that tells me that you're probably going to want to move up there again as well. I don't really want any more resources at this stage in the game. I have lots of material. I tell you what, I could build another ship. I mean, that is something that I could do. I could totally build another ship, and that would do that. I think maybe let's do that. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send this cadet to go and build a new ship. He's like, what should I do today? So I'm going to go here. So I've gone on to the Revenant, which means I can gain 1 influence.
Anyone,
with a house of my choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to gain influence with this house.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to build another ship. So building a ship costs 1 of every resource. I'm going to spend some materials, some science, some neutronium, and some energy. And I can build any ship which is off camera. So you've got the drop ships that didn't start off in the game. You've got the fighters that didn't start off in the game. Or you've got the civilian ships. Now, these civilian ships are a little bit fragile because 1 hit and they're actually gone. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this drop ship, and I believe the designers are watching us while we are playing this live. They will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this can go anywhere. And at this point, I'm not sure it matters, apart from to potentially soak up damage. Because that's going to deal 3 damage. So right now, that's going to kill that.
Yeah.
If I put this here...
It will still kill that.
It will still kill one of them. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's not a good idea. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Okay, so what I've done is I've built a ship from that house. So this house increases in power 2 to 3.
Oh, that's a coincidence.
What?
You got 2 up?
I've got some influence with that house.
Everyone
That's
jump
it.
on
That's my main action.
Yeah.
For my bonus action, and I gained the influence when I went on there, didn't I? Yes, I did. Don't want to do that yet. I do want to do that. I do want to play a card. I do want to play this, but I don't have the right stuff for this. I'm just going to gain another neutronium. There you go. Bonus action, gain neutronium.
Okay.
Alan has confirmed when you build, you can build it anywhere. There is a limit of 5 ships per sector.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's also a limit of 7 Voidborn per sector.
Mm-hmm. We're not going to see 7. Are we?
We did earlier on today.
Are we?
Right, Adrian.
Yeah.
Are you going to sort your way out of this one, Mr. Politician?
I know what my main action is going to be.
Yeah, I need to
Okay, so you gain a corruption because you've placed on a corrupted ship.
However, I can move any of these.
You can move them around whenever you want. Yeah.
So I'm going to move them to there, and then I'm going to corrupt
that.
this spot here.
Okay, but you do gain 1 influence with this house.
Yep.
Goes up to there. And which main action do you want to do?
Fun enough, I'm going to upgrade my captain.
Yeah, so one of the actions on this ship is to spend 3 science to promote your captain. So he spends the 3 science, and he's going to move his captain's ability up. So Adrian now has extra abilities when he uses his captain, which he's going to be doing next, so we'll see that in operation. And that's your main action.
That's my main action.
Bonus action.
Then as my bonus action, what's he doing? I think I'm going to take another resource and I'm going to take
Some science.
science.
Okay. Off you go then. What's your cadets doing?
I'm going here.
Okay, so you gain 1 influence with House Chivius.
Yep.
And you gain a corruption because that is a corrupted ship.
Yeah, bring it on.
You got one?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can shuffle your resources around as whenever you want to, including just before you're about to gain the corruption.
I'm going to blow some ships up.
Okay, so one of the abilities of this ship is to destroy any 2 Voidborn ships anywhere on the board.
Mhm.
And every time you destroy a Voidborn ship, however you do it, you move 1 up on the tactics.
Just mapping. That one? That one.
Interesting. So not this one then.
Not yet.
Okay, not yet, not yet. So those 2 are gone, and you gain 2 tactics. Now JP has just passed this point here, but that only triggers when the track is reset. So when the track resets and this moves back, he's going to gain a hidden influence card. Main action done.
Main action done.
Secondary action.
Second.
Bonus action as it's called.
Bonus action. Ow. Should have done that first. Let's do this. I'm going to play a card.
So you're playing a card.
Yeah, I get a discount.
Because you
Oh,
placed
no.
on that ship this turn, so you get the house discount. So it costs you 2 neutronium.
It does.
Do you want to pass us the card? And I'll
Again,
show it
the
on my
Rift
screen?
Disruptor.
So this is the card that he's played. So this is a piece of equipment. It's going to go onto his frigate board. And it means that whenever he's using his frigate to attack, he's going to deal an extra damage. So he'll deal 2 damage instead of 1. And if there's a rift in the sector, deals an extra damage. So potentially 3 damage when using his frigate with any of his crew members. Because his frigate has been upgraded.
Bunk.
That's
There
pretty
we go.
cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And you're done.
That's me.
Right, my final crew member is going to go on to this ship here. She's not corrupted, and I gain an influence with these guys. So
Data cube.
I gain this Discovery Data Cube.
It was tempting. It was tempting.
And I'm going to gain 2 neutronium, and not a science because it's not my captain. But just gain 2 neutronium. And then as a bonus action, do I now play a card? Tell you what, I'm very tempted.
I feel like I've gone heavy on cards.
I'm very tempted. I mean, it's good. This says after a frigate action. Oh, so when I use my frigate,
Yeah,
I can do that.
with that particular.
But
Okay.
this card is also worth 2 points. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to. I'm going to do it. Right. Oh, and I get the discount, so I'm definitely going to do it. Because I went on that ship, I don't have to pay
Yeah.
that cost. So I have to pay 1 materials and 2 neutronium. So I'm playing a construction bay. So from now on, whenever I use my frigate to do an action, I can then spend 1 of each resource to build a civilian ship.
Nice.
We'll try it. We'll do something different. So that's it. That's my bonus action done.
Let's go.
Adrian,
Right.
he's your captain.
Here's my captain. So I'm going to do some shenanigans
Yeah.
that probably won't immediately make sense. So with my captain, I have the ability, if I go on an arc ship,
If you go on any ship.
any ship, I can use the action of another ship in that sector.
Correct.
That I then get other bonuses, which I'll do
Yes,
in a
but
second.
the main one.
The main one is
You
do
could,
something.
if you wanted to do this ship, but it was corrupted,
yeah,
you could go onto this ship.
yeah.
You'd get the influence of this house, but then you'd do the action of
Yeah.
another
that.
house.
Oh, is that the way it works?
That's the way it works.
I get the influence of this one, not the
It's
one I
just the action of the ship.
Yeah.
And because it's your captain, for example, if you went on your frigate, you could move 2 spaces,
Yeah.
and then you could do an action of another ship in the sector where you are now.
So if I go here,
Yeah.
if I choose this ship, I get this influence.
That's the influence that
Actually,
you get. It's just
that's
the
exactly
action
what I
of the ship.
So-
I believe.
It makes sense.
I believe.
So
We'll check. Alan will confirm if I've got that correct.
what
I
I'm
think,
gonna
I think I've got that correct.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here,
Oh right. You're going to do the other way around.
Take this corruption
Yeah.
and put it on my play card spot.
Okay.
I'm then going to activate this ship, which is discard a card.
So we'll wait for Alan to tell us which one you get influence in.
Okay.
Would that make
it would make quite the difference.
Okay. Well,
so.
let's go through it and see what he says, and then you can do it the other way around if he says different.
Yeah, it's then not. It's going to completely different action, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I'm going to assume that it is. So
Right.
I'm going to correct. You gain the influence from the ship you put captain on. Perfect.
So is that good? So
Yeah.
you went on
So I
here,
went
which
on
means
there.
you gain influence here,
That one.
which is the one you want.
Yeah.
But you're doing the action
On
here.
this one.
Now, this action of this ship, this is the one that has two actions the same. It is to discard a card from your hand,
Yeah.
and we're just going to put them on the bottom of the decks for now, to do any action on a ship which is occupied. So you cannot do an action on a ship that isn't occupied, but you can do any action on a ship that is occupied.
So I'm then going to choose this ship
Yes?
and play 2 cards at
At a
minus
discount
1
of what?
cost. And both the cards I want to play
Are from
Are
this
from the
one.
ship here.
Right, which is why you needed to go on this one. Wow. Politicians,
I don't know what
eh?
just happened.
So he went on here,
Yeah.
then because of his captain's ability,
Right.
used-
That's how you did it.
used
Yeah.
this ability.
I was thinking, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
to then
And this ability
do
is,
this one,
and you discarded a card.
which I did.
Discarded a card to do the action of any ship which has already been used, which is this one.
In your defence, you did say shenanigans.
You
I
did
said
say
shenanigans.
shenanigans.
So that's fine.
So you're playing 2 cards, and each of those cards you get a discount of 1.
And I
And
don't pay
because
the
you've
top
placed
card.
on the house, you don't pay that cost.
Boom,
So you're
boom.
going to get 2 cards. So one of them is an equipment card,
Yeah.
so that's going to go into play on your frigate board.
Yeah.
And the other one is a training card, so that is going to improve one of Adrian's cadets, which means when he places that specific cadet, he's going to get that special ability.
So yeah, so on this one I've got during frigate attack actions, gain 2 damage and gain a material,
Nice.
and then
Similar to mine.
and
Yeah.
then on this one I've got on the main action discard 3 cards to draw a hidden influence.
Ooh.
And during bonus actions I can spend 1 less. If I play a card action, I can spend 1 less resource and draw 1 replacement
Okay.
card.
That's cool.
So it's got 2 different abilities on it. Right.
He's the hacker.
The hacker.
So that's
He
my
hacks.
main action.
Yep.
What I'm then going to do is by bonus action is this one
To just get a resource.
and just get a resource.
How are you liking that corruption?
Yeah, well that's why I've taken
You do,
that.
yeah. You will need to
Got to start clearing that.
clear it
at
at some point.
Yeah.
Right, JP, your final action of the round.
Final action is let's go in the old super.
So you go on your frigate. So when you go on your frigate, instead of getting an influence with a house, you actually get a hidden influence card.
Sorry.
Go on, Adrian. What
Quick
have you done?
rewind. I forgot this part of it because I was using my captain.
We did. Sorry.
Sorry.
We'll just
That's right.
do that.
You reminded me.
When Adrian places on here, we gave you one influence
Yeah.
with that house. You could say, I don't want that influence.
Instead I want to go up 1 on the tactics
And he
track.
gets 1 on the tactics track,
Yeah.
and he gets a
and I
hidden
get
influence
hidden
card. So
influence.
that is another of Adrian's special abilities that he didn't have at the start of the game, but he has because he's promoted his captain.
Shenanigans.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's
that
all right.
bit.
That's all right.
Meanwhile, you've gone on your frigate, so you've got a hidden influence card.
Yep.
Now, the frigate can do one of 3 things. You're going to use it as a...
Fighter.
So you're going to attack with it.
Yeah.
Oh, because
Because I've got a rift
it's
disruptor.
improved.
So it does 2 damage.
3.
And if there's a rift in there, it does an additional one.
So that's 3 damage.
Actually, no, it does a +1, so I actually
Yes,
get 3 anyway.
It's 1 normally,
Oh, is there
an extra 1,
There's only max 3.
so it kills all 3.
I wanted a 4th.
You can't kill 4.
That's annoying.
It's 3 damage.
Yeah.
So you've killed 3 ships, which means you get 3 tactics. Tactics? What's them?
Just stuff, which I'm hoping going to get.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah.
Don't have any of those
I'm
at
just
all.
a tactician. That's pretty.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Yeah. Do I wait on this? This seems expensive. Let's not do that. Let's do. Can't do you. That's just the same as that, which is why I covered it up. Or I can get some. Yeah, I'm going to just get a neutronium.
Just take some neutron.
Yeah.
If in doubt, take
If in
some
doubt.
neutron. Right.
Neutronium.
So let's have a look at the sequence board, because what's happened is we have now all done our 3 actions. So we progress to the next phase of the game, which is the recall phase. So what's going to happen is we're all going to take our crew members back. Then we're going to remove dropships that were on planets. We're going to just put them back into the sectors. And then the player with the highest initiative is going to decide who the first player is. So first thing is we take back all of our crew members. Pop them back on our player boards. Then this dropship that was on this planet, just goes back into the sector there. And then JP, you have the highest tactics. Who's going to get the first player
I
mark?
think it'd be me.
Okay. It's off camera there. Just pop it here. Pop it here. Right, cool. Then we go into the breach phase. So let's have a look at what happens in the breach phase. We do all of this. So this happens every breach phase. We're basically going to go through the sectors in order from 1 to 8. And in each sector, every Voidborn that hasn't been stunned is going to deal 1 damage.
Yeah.
To decide where that damage goes, if it's important, if there's more than 1 ship in that area, then it's the player with the highest initiative. Sorry, it's the player with the closest frigate who chooses. And if it's still tied, it's the one with the highest tactics. So, sector number 1. We have 3 Voidborn. There's only 1 ship there, so we don't need to work out who's going to get what.
Yeah.
But this ship is now very severely damaged. 1 more hit, and it is destroyed.
Warning.
Also, there was a rift in the sector. So whenever damage is dealt, if there was a rift in the sector, one of the ships in that sector becomes corrupted. The only ship in that sector is already corrupted, so nothing happens. Now we go to sector 2. Again, there's only 1 ship there, 1 damage, so that's almost gone. But in sector 3, there is 3 damage coming in. So we look at who's got the nearest frigate. Both me and Adrian are 1 away, but Adrian has a higher tactics than me. So you place those wherever you want to. So if Adrian wanted to destroy this ship, he could by putting all 3 damage on it. That would remove the ship from the game. It could be rebuilt later on. The power of that house will drop by 1, which is this one. And it means those actions are no longer available.
Yeah.
So, but you don't want to do that because you've actually got some influence in that house.
You say when he destroys the ship, I mean when he lets
When
it,
he accidentally lets it be destroyed.
accidentally just
So
turns away.
1,
1 on there.
2.
Oh, you're going to do it. You're going to destroy that fighter.
Yeah, you seem quite invested in this, so I think that can go.
Okay, so that's destroyed,
Yeah.
and the power goes
Back
down to 2. Sad times.
Well done, Adrian.
Ooh.
Let's level the playing field.
And then
And 1 more.
1 there.
Okay, and there's a rift there, which means this ship gets corrupted because this one is already corrupted. Over in sector 4, we have 1 damage, and it is JP that decides where it goes.
So, nah,
Okay, no rift. Sector 5, there's no ships.
no ships.
So even though there's a
I'll take
rift,
care of 'em.
nothing gets corrupted.
Yeah,
In sector 6, no ships.
no ships.
In sector 7, 2 damage. I believe
I'm 2
you're
away.
2 away, so you're deciding where it goes, and something is going to get corrupted.
What we got there?
So nobody has any influence in this house yet.
Yeah.
But
Bye.
do you want to remove it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh,
Protecting the other ones.
no.
You're going to have to use your frigates
True.
to start
That is
helping out,
true.
right?
Brutal.
So,
Finally.
And then finally 1 damage goes on here. Right, that's the breach phase done.
Yeah.
So now we go to the hyper jump phase. Did anybody enable the hyper jump?
cost
No, we didn't.
much.
So we actually don't do anything in that step whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the first round. So now what happens is we go to the sensor phase. So in the sensor phase, 1 of 2 things can happen. If we jumped, we would then go to a new sector and we would populate it with new things. If we didn't jump, the rifts will spawn enemies. Whichever one of those 2 happens, we are then going to get to draw cards based on the level of our captain, but we need to determine where the enemies come in. So for each of the rifts, we'll go random clockwise, we roll our new improved dice. So we roll that, and it tells us how many Voidborn we get. And sometimes they will also appear in adjacent sectors.
Right, we ready?
Yep.
We're getting 4.
4. Now the maximum number of Voidborn is 7. So we have 7 Voidborn in sector 1.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
that's in trouble, that one.
That is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
Sector 3, we have a rift here.
Roll again.
Yeah.
5. I like rolling high numbers.
So this
guys.
is the new dice with lower numbers on it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. We can't have 5.
Then,
4.
what are you doing?
I don't know.
Who gave him the dice?
Could someone jump? Are you going to roll it now?
I'm going to roll it now. Show you how it's done.
I hope you roll a high number.
3 and
3 and 1 on either
dice,
side.
so you've got the little ones on each
So
side of the
3
dice.
in there,
Oh, right, as in
1 in here,
Yeah.
and 1 in here.
Cool.
Okay,
Well,
I mean,
it's got real, isn't it?
yeah, we've kind of worked out from our games that you, at the moment, with the game balance as it is, you need to be jumping in rounds 1 or 2. Round 1 we were okay.
Now or not.
Now we're not. But the tricky thing is, even if we jump this round, we take the damage first.
Yeah.
So we are going to have to refocus our efforts, team,
Yeah. to try
and not get the entire fleet blown up. Cards. So the number of cards you draw is based on your captain's level.
Yeah.
And that is determined by here. So at level 1, you get to draw 2 cards. If your captain was a higher level, you get to draw more cards. You can draw from any of the 3 decks, but you have to declare which ones you're drawing from before you look at them, or just draw them face down. So starting with the first player, you get to draw 2 cards. What 2 cards would you like?
I'll take one of these, and no, not one of them. One of them.
Yep.
No, we'll take one.
So I'm actually just going to take 2 of those. Now, Adrian, you've improved your captain, so you
I
get 3.
So I'm going to take one of each.
Greedy.
There is a hand limit of 8. Now, that hand limit is checked every time you draw cards.
Yeah.
If you were on 7 cards and you draw 2, you do draw 2, but then immediately you have to discard 1. Okay, that's it. We now go into the action phase again. So that's it. That's round 1 done, and you saw the sensor phase. There's still a lot of the game that you haven't seen. You haven't seen jumping. You haven't seen how the sector cards work, but you will see that soon, because I think somebody's going to need to jump this turn. Otherwise, we're red. 1 ship in Sector 7 should have been corrupted after the attack.
Oh, yes.
You
You are
forgot to do
correct.
that. Thank you very much.
You're correct.
Sector 7 did have an attack, so one of the ships got
I
corrupted,
choose,
and
do I?
it would be JP to choose.
Oh, no. It's a rubbish choice. Fair enough. And we're off, are we? We're off to the race.
We are off with the action phase.
Okay. Okay.
So the stuff that I wanted to do, yeah, that didn't happen.
Okay, yeah, we could do that then. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Right. I think we should start blowing things up, really, shouldn't we?
I think
And
we
also
should.
activating the hyper jump. And looking around on Neutronium, and I think you boys have got more than me. Just putting it out there.
What's that?
Neutronium.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to be the one to do the jump.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm happy to start shooting things again. Although
I'm probably going to do that as well. There's a lot of corrupted ships on the board as well now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming with this, when you remove corruption, that can be from here or the
Yeah,
ships.
whenever you remove corruption, you can remove it from anywhere,
Yeah,
and it goes onto your void residue card.
the void residue. Ah, yes, because that gives you more of the hidden agenda. Yeah. Okay. So I think that would be quite good. Let's go.
Oh, there's another thing we forgot to do, is every planet that doesn't have a cube on it
Plus
gets a
cube.
cube on it. So
Yeah.
there is an incentive to go there again.
Yeah, that's fine. So this is remove corruption and draw free.
This is now draw 2. It's been slightly nerfed since it was printed, so it's remove a corruption from anywhere
Yeah.
and draw,
draw
2
two.
cards.
Okay. And just looking at the house alliances. Drop ship, drop ship, drop ship. I also want that. Green. So that would be good as well. If I go there, that puts that up there, which is weakened. But it is good. Let's go anyway. Let's do it. I'll take a corruption. And then I'll remove corruption
And draw 2 cards.
and draw 2 cards.
And you need an influence with this house as well.
Yeah, the rubbish one. The one that keeps getting blown up.
Yeah.
Who decided that? 1 and it's 2. 2 of them. Oh, pick any. I think I will go with another one of those. Okay.
That as well now.
Yeah, I should have taken that with that, but I totally forgot.
Then my bonus action, I'll play a card, and I will play brain stimulation.
Oh yeah. So what's that? That's
So-
a support card.
Yeah, that's science and NE, so I'll do materials because I get the house discount.
Yep.
And without spending anything, I can play a crew card or
Training
training
card.
card.
Or increase the level of your captain.
That's quite nice as well.
That is good. Bit of brain stimulation.
Yeah, let's go. Captain level up. Done.
Right, I really need to do this, but in order to do this, I need that, and I don't have that. I've only got 3 actions, and I need like 5.
There's 12
So-
actions in the whole game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 12 main actions.
12
What
main
did you do as a bonus action?
Play card.
You played a card.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is something that can be done. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to use. I'm not going to use my captain. I'm going to use this cadet. We're going to go here. So it's not a corrupted ship. I get 1 influence with this house, and I'm going to choose the action to place 2 absorb markers.
Got some action.
So I'm gonna stun those 2 ships. So they are not going to attack.
Yeah.
And I get 2 energy for doing that. And then my bonus action is going to be to. No, it doesn't work. Sure.
You're sure?
You're- Sure.
I'm sure I could do this one. No, I'll take the neutronium because I know we need 3 to do the job.
Said you're going to take care of the hydrogen.
I said I was going
You
to do
said
that.
you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if we don't, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to use. You're done?
I
Sorry?
am done. Yes.
I'm going to go on this dropship here.
Okay. So you get.
Yep.
It's not your
It's not
captain,
my
is it? So you
captain.
don't get the special ability. So you gain influence here, which gets you a neutronium. There you go.
So we're not shooting these things down in there.
I think that's what we were going to do.
I'm just checking.
So you're going to land on this planet.
Yeah.
So you gain the discovery data cube. And which of these 2 options would you like? You can
I'm
either
gonna put down
place 2 absorb,
absorbers.
or you could, yeah,
I'm going to put 2 absorbers, 1 down here and 1 down here,
which gets you 2
which
energy.
gets me 2 energy. What I'm then going to do as my bonus action is this action here.
Okay, so this is remove corruption, and I'll show you this on my frigate board. So when you choose the remove corruption bonus action, you can actually do it twice. Each time you do it, you spend neutronium, and you discard one of your cards from your hand to remove corruption. And again, the corruption can either be from your frigate board, or it can actually come from any of the ships on the board. So you're doing it once or twice.
I'm doing it twice.
Okay.
So I'm going to discard. I'm definitely discarding this one. And spending that. And I'll get rid of this one.
And it goes on your void
It
residue
goes on
card.
my void residue card. You're correct. And then I'm going to spend another one.
What I should have done actually when I removed corruption. Or was it when you remove it goes on here?
When you remove
Yes.
it, it goes on there. Did you remove
I
one?
did, yeah.
Oh, right.
Pretty
Okay.
bad.
And I'm going to
Oh, yes, you did.
discard
Completely forgot that.
that. And
How was your nice hot shower?
I'm going to get rid of that as well.
Get rid of those gribblies.
And then
So that was your bonus action.
that was my bonus
That was
action.
your bonus
Yep,
action.
sorry.
So that's it.
That's me done.
Time to go
So
shooting.
you're going on your frigate. So when you go on your frigate, hidden influence card.
Okay. Interesting. Let's go.
Are you moving?
I am.
So was it your captain?
Oh, it's captain has
If
to go
your
too.
captain gets you 2 movement. If you don't use your captain, you only get 1 movement.
The captain.
It's your captain, so you got 2 movement.
Boop boop.
And now you're going to go shooty shooty.
Shooty shooty.
I believe that's 3 damage.
That's 3 damage.
1 plus 1 plus another 1 for the rift.
Yeah.
3 of those gone. You
So,
get 3 tactics. Now,
And now we get
yeah, whenever you're at the top of the tactics track, if you would go off the end, you gain a resource for each one you would go on. So that's very good.
It is very good.
So we get science and
Again, tactics, what are those? Right down here. I don't think this is going to work.
so you can carry on. I'm just deciding what resource to. Oh no, I've got the bonus action to do, haven't I?
Yeah, this isn't going to work. This is actually not
Yeah,
going to
okay,
work.
we'll do that. We'll do that. So let's go. Let's do another science. Okay, then I'm going to play a card as my bonus action. What am I? Am I going to do the? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to play 1 science, 2 energy to put Stalwart in.
Is this another training card?
It is.
Okay.
It goes in there. And that's me.
So I've got a training card that I want to play, but I can't afford it. So I could go here. But then I won't be able to do it as my third action because I said I was going to go here as my third action.
And you're nothing but a man of your word.
Yeah, the problem is that this ship is now going to get destroyed, and I was trying to save this ship.
Is it going to be destroyed?
Well, 1 damage and it's dead,
Mm-hmm.
and there's 5. This guy, are you able to do something?
I might be able to do something.
But the fact that he's the highest on this at the minute, right?
Well, he's got 1.
One. It's not
It's
exactly.
still an
Okay.
allegiance. Of
Well,
some sort.
in which case, let's... I think I'm going to use the ability of it first, before it might get destroyed. So I gain a corruption. I'm going to put it on that one. Now that means I can't put any resources in it, but that's fine because I'm about to spend some.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play 2 cards, and I get a discount of 1 on each card. And one of them is going to be that card, which has the house thing on it. So I actually get that and
Cheapy cheap.
that. So it costs me 2 energy. Let's just make sure I've got this right because I also want to play that one, which I can't play. Right, these all cost energy. I'm short on energy. Oh, doing it to only play 1 card is so inefficient.
I mean, you can play one off a bonus action anyway. Although you're not getting the discount of the extra one though.
Yeah, the problem with this is... So I could do... Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll do it. So I'm going to play this one, but I'm going to get the discount of that... Sorry. The discount of that because of the house bonus, and I'm going to get a discount of the energy.
Yeah.
So it costs me that and that. And one of my cadets is now an empath.
Nice.
So I get an additional influence with the house if none of your other houses are lower.
Okay.
And I can also remove damage from the ship that I used or add an absorption token. But that's only if I use that particular cadet. Now, the second card I'm going to play is going to be... So I get a discount on this because of this. So I'm going to get... Oh, I could have afforded it. Yeah, that's fine. So I pay 1 energy and 1 of something else.
But you're -1.
Oh, so about -1. Yeah. So yeah, I could have afforded it. Let's pay the materials. Yeah. So this is a support card, and I add 3 absorption tokens to the sector where you placed your crew figure this turn. So we got another one of those.
Yeah, I got plenty.
Boom, boom,
You got
boom. So I get 3 more energy. 1, 2, 3. So actually, maybe I'll keep the materials and spend the energy instead, because I'm about to gain 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that's a support card played. So that's effectively worth points at the end of the game. Right. Then I've got a bonus action. Now I can't take a resource because I've nowhere to put it. So I can't play a card because I haven't got the science. I can't remove the corruption because that's going to cost me neutronium, and we've already agreed. So
Did you move with the influence?
did I move up the influence?
Or wherever you went. Where did you go?
Where did I go? No, I went
There was
there.
a.
I went there, so I obviously didn't.
No.
Yeah, chat's just like that. Thank you. I really don't know which one of these I want to do. It seems silly at this point to get a tactics. So I think I'm going to do a slight change, and I'm going to use my captain for that instead of the cadet.
Yeah.
Because when I use my captain... Oh, no, I don't get the discount yet. No, it's all right. I haven't unlocked the discount that I had in the previous game. I haven't actually unlocked it yet. So I think I'm just going to do that one because I can't really do anything else. I'm just getting that. Right. I think that's me done.
Question.
Yes.
This bit here, is that any time? It's not with your
No,
captain. is
any
it?
time you
Yeah.
draw hidden influence cards
I should have got an extra one then.
And pick from one of them.
and pick from one.
I mean, it's probably on the top of your stack, isn't it? Just take another one and have a look.
It's fine.
So
Okay.
I'll
talk
pretend
about-
I did it.
we'll talk about that now. So your captain, as your captain,
Forgot about
increases in rank
that. Mm-hmm.
any time that you gain hidden influence cards. You actually draw 2 and choose 1. And then as you go up, it's draw 3 and choose 1. As you go up further, it's draw 4 and choose 1. Now, the politician is special in that if he gets to rank 3 or rank 4, he actually gets to keep 2 cards. Yeah. And I believe, and again, the designs will correct me if I'm wrong, that is at any point that you are drawing these cards, even when you're not using your captain. I think that's at any time. It's the other abilities that only apply when you're using your captain. Okay, so what you going to do? You're going to use your captain.
I'm going to use my captain. So I think I've got this right. I'm going to go here. Oh, well, hold on.
Yep,
If I want to use another ship, do I get to move first?
you do. You
I
can
do.
move before or after the action.
So I'm going to go here.
Right. Do you want the influence with that, or do you want to forego that influence and gain a tactic and a card
I'll
instead?
gain a tactic and a card instead.
So you gain
Yep.
1 tactic,
And 2 cards.
and it's
pick
actually
one.
2 cards and choose 1.
I'll put that there for a second and I'll make my mind up on that.
Yep.
I'm then going to move it
And it
twice
can move 2 because it's your captain.
to here.
Yep.
And then I'm going to select this
And
action
do the action of that.
and do remove 2 of those over there,
Boom, boom.
which gives me 2 up on
2 on the tactics, which
1,
gains
2.
you a material.
Yep.
Nice. There you go.
Then, as my additional action.
Do you want to choose your...
Oh, yes, sorry.
that might matter, I don't know.
And then I think as my final bonus thing, what I'm going to do is, yes, I'm going to do this.
So we haven't explained that yet.
No,
But, and I'll show you this on my frigate board, this action here, which I can't do because I've corrupted that sector, is you get to activate all of your abilities that have that icon. Now, at the start of the game, everybody has one of those abilities, which is unique to them, but you may end up with more of those abilities on cards that you play. So, Adrian, you only have that one.
yeah,
You don't have any other ones, but Adrian's ability is he can discard any one of his hidden influence cards, which could be anything,
yeah.
to gain 1 influence with one of his choice.
So I'm going to go for the greenhouse.
This one, so you move up and
Yeah.
you get to place an absorption token. Now this is special. There is a bit of a unique rule for this. Whenever you place the absorption marker because of this, you don't get the energy.
So I'm going to put that there.
Right.
Means they're safe now.
Final.
Done.
Are they safe? Because
You split the damage.
oh,
2 here and 2 here.
no ships are going to get destroyed.
Yeah.
They're going to
Yeah.
get
They're safe-ish.
safe.
They're still alive.
They're going to get well beaten
They
up.
just need to be grateful for that. This thing's done for, isn't it?
That,
Mm.
unless you can blow up 3 of them.
Because your standard guy, 1 damage,
Yeah.
I can get an additional 1 with him. It's the same thing,
I mean, that is kill 2 ships.
but anywhere.
Yeah.
Just a similar thing.
There is an action here. So this action we've not covered yet. But
Yeah.
This action allows you to move up to 3 small ships to an adjacent sector, but they cannot move into a sector which has more Voidborn than where they came from. So with that action, you can move that to there.
Oh, of course.
You can actually move ships out of dangerous areas. So you can move this one out
Yeah.
and save it. You could move that one out and
Or I
save
could
it.
just go in and move it anyway. But
Or you could actually go on it and,
Yeah.
and move it.
yeah, you could do that.
So there's a few options. Depends
There
if you
is.
want to save this one, or if you want to save that one, or you could save both of them.
Yeah.
But you can only move the small, and it's only house ships.
So this one is move 3 ships.
It's move 3. The iconography on this is out of date,
Yeah.
so trust me with what I say. Even if it's not,
Yeah, yeah.
It's house ships.
Yeah.
And it's 3 different house ships, but they have to be small house ships.
Yeah. we can kind of move some things out of the way, saving a
Yeah.
bit of this and that.
Yeah. So
Trouble
you'd
is-
say you could save this one, and this one. You could save those 3 ships.
But it's not doing what I want to do.
It's not. But
So there we go. So I think what we'll do.
we're gonna go there. So do you want to do an action and then move,
I'm gonna
or
move.
move and then do an
I'm
action?
gonna move.
Okay. Yep. And the action is shoot the ship.
Shoot.
Yep. So that goes. You gain a tactic, but you're already at the top, so you gain a resource.
So you got those, haven't you? Gain a resource. Let's go for one I don't have.
Okay.
Let's go for one of them. And I got the
You
trap.
do,
which
which
I
means you
remove-
can remove a corruption.
There we go.
Nice. Okay. And now your bonus action.
Remove a corruption. So spend
Spend a neutronium.
yeah,
Discard a card.
that one. We got a discard.
We're just going to put them on the bottom of the deck.
You do that for me, thank you.
Of course.
And
Which corruption do you want to remove? That one?
that one.
Okay, so that goes on your
That
void
could
residue.
be nice, couldn't I? And actually,
You could clear a ship.
I could. Let's do that.
Which ship are you likely to want to use next turn? Bearing in mind you're going to probably go first
More than
next
likely.
turn.
Oh, yeah, good point. Maybe. Kind of need some more resources for that one. Let's do. Let's
Okay,
go with that
so
one.
that goes on your void residue. Now JP now has 3 corruption markers on his void residue card. So they go, and you get 2 of these
Because I'm a captain.
and choose one.
Mhm.
But that clears the void residue card.
Yeah.
And then it's my final action, which is my captain. And we're going to go on my frigate. And then we're going to fly off. And we're going to go over here and say, see you, loser.
Yeah, this is too.
And I'm going to land on this nice planet and order a cocktail. And yeah, that's.
Do you want to try something different?
Am I not allowed to do that?
I
I mean, I did.
Come on.
I did say I was going to hyper jump. So I hyper jump. First of all, I gain 1 influence anywhere. Now then, what's going to get blown up and what's not going to get blown up? Yeah, okay, I'm just going to move 1 up on here. And then I get to spend 3 neutronium. And we flip the hyper jump marker over, which means we are going to hyper jump. Now, there were 2 discovery data cubes on here. This is an incentive to encourage people to jump. That is my 3rd one. So I clear them and I get 1 hidden agenda card. Okay. And we've not talked about the sectors yet, but at the start of the game, 2 of these sector cards were drawn at random from the deck. And they're both available. Now, whoever engages the hyper jump chooses which one of these cards to discard, and this is going to determine when we jump what is in the location that we're jumping to. So I can either, and there's various factors that will contribute to your decision, but this here is a civilian ship of that house. So if I choose this one, then it means the power of that house is going to go up by 1. And I'm having a quick look at the board, which is not a good choice for me. Whereas that one, that's a good choice for all of us. But it also depends on the other configuration of what I actually want. There's always 4 rifts. There's always lots of enemies. Yeah, okay. Let's keep that one, and I'm going to discard that one. Okay, so that is where we're going to be jumping to, and the jump is going to happen because I flipped the marker over. That was my main action. My bonus action is going to be to... I didn't do that in the end. I'm going to take a neutronium because,
Because it's good.
because it's good.
And you spent 3 of them.
And I did.
Mm.
Right, Adrian, final action for this turn.
Mm-hmm.
Super Cadet.
Yep. So it's going to go in my frigate,
Yeah, you're going to move 1.
which means I get
You get
2 cards and
2
keep
cards
one.
and choose 1.
I'll keep that one.
Okay.
Then I'm going to move 1 to here.
Yeah.
And during frigate action attacks, I deal 2 extra damage.
Oh, so if you attack,
Yeah.
you deal 3 total damage.
Yeah.
And you pick up some
And I
materials.
get
And you also get some more materials
Yeah,
Yeah.
extra one.
for crossing that line there.
After the main action, I can discard 3 cards, which I don't have, to draw another influence.
Right.
So that's fine. I'm not doing that. However, I am going to card play, spend 1 less resource, and draw a card.
Nice.
So I've got 2 of these.
You're going to play Interceptor Drones,
Yeah.
which is a frigate
Which
upgrade.
is a frigate upgrade, and one of these, it's 1 less.
Yeah.
To put interceptor drones in, which
Nice.
means now
Oh,
if I do
wow.
a frigate action, I do 4 damage, 5 damage.
Gosh.
It is now a killer fight.
Yeah.
That's what politicians do, right? Is they get in their frigate and they blow things up.
Absolutely.
And
You get to draw a card as well.
And I get to draw a card as well, which I'm going to go for one of the pilot.
Nice.
Right, we've all had our actions.
We're done.
So that's the end of the action phase. So we go to the recall phase. Everybody comes on.
Thank you.
The drop ships come off the planets. And the player with the highest initiative chooses who's going to be the start player for the next round.
Me.
Okay, right. We now go to the breach phase. So in Sector 1, all of the Voidborn have either been destroyed or stunned. So there is no attack.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen. In here, Sector 2, unfortunately, this ship takes a damage.
Yeah.
That means it blows up and the power of that house goes down to 1. In Sector 3, we have 1 ship.
Which is my
Yellow
choice.
decides where it goes.
So I think
And we have corruption, but both ships are already corrupted.
I'm going to go here.
Okay, Sector 4. 1 damage is coming in,
And
and
it's my
yellow
choice.
decides where it goes.
So I think it's going to go on this red one here.
Mhm.
No, actually, am I bothered by this? I'm not bothered by this.
Sector 5. Okay, so here's where the Revenant is going to take damage. There is 4 damage coming in. There is no ships.
Who's done that?
Even if there was ships, if those ships were destroyed and there were excess damage, the excess damage goes on the Revenant. So 4 damage goes on the Revenant. Now it can take 5. The 6th point of damage will trigger not the destruction of the Revenant, but a damage tile. Now, there are 4 of these included in the game. We know what all 4 of these are. The top one is visible on the stack. And when it takes its 6th damage, this is going to happen. This is madness. And we reset the tactics to 0.
It's bad for me, isn't it?
It's very bad.
Yeah.
But when one of these tiles is resolved, you ignore all damage to the Revenant for the rest of that round. Now we do Sector 6. No ships, no damage.
Yeah.
We do Sector 7. There's 2 coming in.
And I decide.
Green decides where it goes, and one of the ships gets corrupted, which has to be that one.
Split these up a bit. Yeah.
And then Sector 8,
1 goes on this one.
1 goes on that one, which destroys it, which reduces that house power to 1. And the other one, 1 damage to the Revenant. That's close. That's very close. Right, that's the breach phase, I believe, done. Except
you.
we remove
Absorptions.
these absorptions. These ships are no longer stunned, but they're going to be that.
But we're going to get out of here.
Right, okay, now we're jumping. So in this hyper jump phase, if this had been flipped over, we do all of this. The first thing is we discard from the board all of the planets, all of the rifts, and all of the Voidborn.
Yeah.
Because we've left. We are not there anymore. We have moved on
Our space works.
to pastures new.
Yeah.
And we
Voidborn.
remove all of the corruption. No, wait, no.
No.
And all of the damage. No?
Okay, next we reset the tactic strike, and at this point, anybody who had 8 or more would get hidden influence. Anybody with 11 or more would get an influence and a hidden influence. So JP, you're going to get an influence with anyone,
Yeah.
and also a hidden influence.
Great.
And your hidden influence for you is
2 pick.
draw 2, choose one. Which one would you like influence with?
Well, it's
So I accidentally saw your
Yeah.
choice there.
a choice of the same colour. I will go up the yellow one on the end. Yeah.
So you go up to there, so you gain the energy.
Yeah. Get some.
There you go. And then what happens is the track resets, but not to 0. It depends on your captain's level.
Yeah.
So again, for me, mine's 0. Adrian, however, his captain has been promoted, so it goes down to 1. JP also goes down to 1. So I go to 0. You two go to 1. Now the player who was ahead goes on the bottom.
Okay.
Because if it's ever a tie on this track, it's whoever got to the space
Right.
first.
Okay.
So the bottom breaks ties. And then what we do is we flip the hyperjump marker over.
Oh, that was easy, wasn't it?
But now we go into the start of round 3. And because there was a hyperjump, we now look at the sector card and we populate it. So we need 3 random planets
Which are on the
in
back.
sectors 4, 5, and 6. We need 2 Voidborn here. We need 4 in here. We need 5 in here. We need 4 in here. And we need 2 in here. We need rifts in 1, 2, 3, and 8.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3,
3,
and 8.
and
Done it.
oh, and 1. Sorry.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and 8. And we need a yellow house civilian ship in here, which means that goes up to 3.
Oh no, what a shame.
Okay, and then what we do is we get 2 new sector cards. So whoever jumps this round, if we do,
That's your choice.
we'll get a choice of those.
Okay.
So that's what happens if there was a jump. We move to a new sector, we repopulate it with stuff, and we draw 2 new sector cards.
Mhm.
We need data cubes on the planet, which we've got, and now we all draw cards. So
Right.
JP, you got 3 cards.
3 cards.
I get 2. Yeah.
2, 3.
I'm just gonna get 2 of those. Right. Okay. Actions, round 3.
Stuff.
So the question is, are we going to try and jump this round, or are we just going to
Right.
bite? I don't think we need to jump this round. And I think
Not if we all.
I've only
help.
got 1 neutronium.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it might be quite tricky to do that.
True. Right, if I do that, I need to.
And we're looking here. We lost quite a few ships in round 2.
We did a little bit. Took a battering, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah. Drop ships are there. We only got 2 drop ships.
We have a dropship here and a dropship here.
That's it.
And that's it.
But all of the planets are at the back.
But remember, frigates can act
Also
as
be
if they were
dropships.
dropships.
Yeah. Alright, anything in there that blows stuff
This
up?
this poor ship here. It's at the front.
The trouble.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, bring it on.
In a little bit of bother.
It is in a bit of a
But,
the card that I played last turn to it isn't going to help this turn.
yeah. I'm thinking. Oh, I wish I had that at the last round. Okay. It's a thingy card, isn't it? I've got 2 of them. It's my equipment. Done. Okay. So I think I will. Yeah.
But you gain a corruption.
Yeah. Except I don't. I get
Oh,
no
right.
corruption for using a corrupted
So
ship.
if you go onto a corrupted ship with that cadet, you don't gain the corruption.
He just goes, no way.
You do get the influence.
I do get influence. So I could do the absorption,
You can place 2 absorb markers, or you could get 2 science.
which would give me energy, right?
The absorb markers will get you energy.
Yeah. Which is tempting. It is tempting. Or I could get the science, which is selfish. So, the choice. No, I'll take the absorption and I'll put them.
Yep. So you
Yeah,
get 2 energy.
Let's try and protect some of that.
Yeah.
See, I'm nice.
I agree. It's good. Right.
And then bonus action, yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus action. Be 3, wouldn't it? It might be worth doing. Can't do you. Can't do you. What? Sign in yellow, didn't I? Yeah, let's play Military Alliance, which is going to be one of them, and I'll take an energy off. I'll gain tactics equal to
He's off again.
my influence with the house. Choose a house and get the level. So I'll choose this one and get 3 tactics.
So 3. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
which gets you some materials.
Yeah.
Okay. Really need science. But I also really want that. That's looking quite good. Let's. Ooh. Oh, I like that. Right, that's a card from Voidfall, which I really like, the Decontamination Chambers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a great card.
we like that. It is a great card. So, I am placing this cadet. Now, this cadet is an empath. And I'm going to place it on House Chivius's Archship, which doesn't get me any corruption. But I gain influence, and the ability is that I gain an additional influence with that house if none of my other houses are lower. Oh, except... so it doesn't actually work now, does it? Because other houses are lower.
Yeah.
Right, hang on.
Also, should we have some more cubes on here?
Oh, we should have 2 more cubes on there. Yeah,
I was thinking
good spot.
it's centre.
Yeah.
We need those.
We have jumped, so 2 more cubes on there. So this is actually not a great ability, I think. Unless... Yeah, it's actually quite tricky
You've
to
got
get
to level them all.
yeah,
to make that work. It's hard to do.
that is hard to do. That is really hard to do. So I can't go on the yellow one anymore because the yellow one's gone.
There's yellow on here.
It is, but it doesn't do anything. I could move it 1
And then shoot nothing.
and shoot nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, you can shoot these.
oh, sorry, I could move here and shoot these. Didn't spot that.
Yeah.
I totally didn't spot that.
It's tucked in the back corner of the sector.
Yeah. Okay. But I think I'll use this one. Well, I need to get these up. In order for this to work,
You've got to be
I
prioritising
need to
those,
get these
yeah.
others up. That's the
Yeah.
thing. So I think I'll just go on here with that cadet. So I just gain 1
Yeah.
there. And then I'm going to do the ability to destroy 2 ships. So we'll destroy those 2 ships.
Yeah. 2 tactics.
Which gets
for you.
me 2 tactics, which goes to there.
Did you want to destroy 2 other ships?
Because are you going to get rid of those
Because I
3?
can do 5 damage with 1.
Okay, so we didn't need to place those there then.
Well, no, I didn't realise until after
But you could do 5 somewhere else.
I could do 4 somewhere else.
Yeah. More
Yeah,
efficient.
so
to
there.
do 5, isn't it?
'Cause
Either
that stops this getting
if
here.
you want, it's just the fact that I can destroy all that, and then this is definitely. If you only remove 2, that potentially still has 1 damage coming through.
Okay.
Tricksy.
Okay.
It's very tricksy.
So up to you, but that is probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of these 2 then. Okay. So I got rid of those 2 and got the 2 tactics. Right. And now my bonus action is going to be... I still haven't really done this. Which ship did I go on? I went on that one. So if I play a card, I get a bit of a discount. Still can't play a card. Oh. Yeah. Got the wrong materials grommet. I need a science. I'm going to take science. Right. That's my go done.
This is repair, right?
That is repair. Spend any number of materials to remove any number of damage cubes from the fleet.
Need some more material.
And you gain 1 tactics for each one that you remove.
Yeah. Because you're a hero.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Yeah, I'm going to go here. Take the corruption.
Gain a corruption. Is this your captain? It's not your
It's
captain.
not my
So
captain.
you gain 1 influence with that house.
Yep. And then I'm going to get rid of these.
So it spends 2 energy
Yeah.
to gain any 4 resources.
Yeah. I'm going to take 3 of these. That's good. And I'm going to take. What else do I want? Doesn't matter.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that is my main action.
Yep.
And then as my bonus action,
Can play a card.
I'm going to play a card. So I am going to
Calling in favours.
calling in favours. So I'm going to spend one because of this action. I spend one less
Oh, because you used
because I
that.
use this one.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to spend this.
Mhm.
I discard one of these.
Okay.
I then gain 2 resources.
Oh,
So-
and 3 tactics.
and 3 tactics.
So 1, 2, 3. Which sorry, that's me.
Before I
1,
decide
2,
this,
3. Get you a material.
cool, I'll take that. Before I decide what things I'm going to take, I'm just going to check this, right? So, during an attack with a fighter,
Yeah.
spend 1 science to use the abilities of your combat cards on your frigate board.
Yeah.
This says during a frigate action. Does that mean I get
think
to use
it's-
those with the fighter?
I think so. Yes, I think that's the way that works.
In which case, I'm going to take one of those and one of those as my 2, and then you've put me up 3 on there as well.
I did, and you gained the material for that. Yeah.
And then I get to draw a card, which I'm going to draw another one of these, I think. And that gets tucked, which I don't think I did last time, but never mind. I can't remember if I actually used it one or not. But
Over to you.
Mm.
Action 2 for round 3.
Mm. Yeah. You just went here, didn't you?
I did.
Naughty.
I am.
So naughty. Not actually going to get me anything, but I want to do it. I think I need to do it, so just get on with it. Right. Alright, okay.
So you gain a corruption.
Love it.
You then discard a card in order to do the action of any ship which is occupied.
Yeah. Question is, which one? Probably that one. Yeah, let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Which action do I want to do? Some really good stuff. Could do that. Should help. It's not going to be good enough. Tactics might be useful. 3 of them. Spend 2, remove corruption, and draw 3 more cards. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with.
Obviously, it's got to be one that's already taken.
Yes.
Occupied. Is
Yeah,
it?
it's got to be an occupied
Okay,
ship.
but that makes it an easier choice then. I could just blow 2 things up. So yeah, let's do that. Which kind of helps us out as well, right? I'm a bit worried about this.
So that is basically going to damage the Revenant.
As is
this.
It's probably going to
It's done.
So unless you get rid of
8.
3 of these and 3 of these, sorry, 4 of these and 4 of these, the Revenant's going to get damaged this
I'm
turn.
sort of a hero, but
Which
not
means
much of a hero.
that's going to trigger.
Yeah.
We're all going to go a bit crazy.
Yeah, maybe I'll just get rid of these.
Using, so that copies that,
Yeah,
gets you 2 tactics,
yeah, let's do that.
which gains you a material.
Ooh.
Ooh, right.
And then bonus action, I'm going to play a card. Spy.
Spies.
Oh no. Yes. Went to the right place. I get a discount, so I only just pay 1 science and 1 energy. Now we have a spy in our midst. Here we go.
Yeah. So. I can't gain any more than 1 resource. So. I could do that. Let's do that. Oh, but it's my captain. I don't want to use my captain. Could use my captain to go and land somewhere. But it's all stuff that I don't think I want. What's that?
Take another action.
It's take another. Well, it's that. So it's take an action of an occupied ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, that's quite good.
Well,
I think.
Wow.
Is that quite good? I don't know. Putting 2 more ships up. Could place 2 more absorption markers out and get 2 more energy. I could spend my materials and repair. But oh wow.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I slotted. Oh, it's after main action. Ignore me.
Okay.
Because it's not bonus action. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my
You stumped.
I am stumped. I'm trying to get the use of this empath. And if I use it on that one, I gain 1, but then I can't gain another one because that's there. So I basically need to do one of those and one of those. But both of the, I'm playing a little mini game here.
You can't please everybody.
No, well, that's what I'm trying to do. And I think the only way for me to do it is to actually. But using my captain there seems a bit of a waste. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to go my captain here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to the Revenant. I'm going to gain 1 influence with the house of my choice. So I'll gain that one. I think. What house ships have we got? There's not many.
Well, because you're going to want to go on a ship that you need, which is one of these 2, or that's it, isn't it? That's all that's out for those ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've gained an influence with a house of my choice. I'm then going to build a ship. And I'm going to build
An orange one, probably.
Well,
It's one of your highest.
yeah, it is the one that I'm highest on. So I probably do want to build an orange dropship there, which
Yeah.
increases this to 2.
Yeah.
So I went there, I did that. I've spent. No, I didn't spend, but I will spend because otherwise that's cheating. I'll spend the resources to build the ship. Right.
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Now look, I don't have many resources. Surprise, surprise. So I think I'm going to take a. Neutronium? Yeah, I'm really not playing this particular one correctly. I should be playing lots of cards in here, but it's not quite working out right. Anyway, that's my go done.
I am going to go here.
Mm-hmm. You gain a corruption.
Gain a corruption.
You get
So-
1
Have
influence.
we got a little corruption marker
This
up on
house.
that over here?
Oh,
Oh, no,
Got
it's
some
on
here
here.
if you need some.
So yellow gains 1 influence with that house.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry, that's that one. So
You're your captain.
not my captain. I'm then going to spend 3
You're going to promote your captain.
to promote my captain.
Ding ding. Extra pip.
Yep.
So now when you're drawing these cards, you draw 3 but keep 2.
Yes.
That's massive. That is really, really good. Because potentially each one of these cards
Yeah.
could be 4 points.
Because it bumps up, right?
If the right ones come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I do that?
Tactics. No point going up tactics anymore. They're gonna
Because
set.
that card is going to come out.
Yeah. So I'm just going to take a resource and I'm going to take one of those.
Okay, last action for round 3.
I probably need to go and do some dropship stuff, I reckon. Now, which one do I actually want to do is the question. That one's pretty rubbish. That one's pretty rubbish. Yeah. Probably.
Would it make any difference to anybody if I just did that instead?
No, it's fine by me.
Thank you.
And the other
So I
one
just
goes-
realised that's actually the thing that I wanted to do.
That makes,
Just
might,
repainted it on the side.
There we go.
Oi!
that makes the decision. Well, I get the science then, don't I?
Oh.
Yeah. Right. I think.
Did that help?
No!
Was that good?
No!
Oh,
Not at all.
No. So this one is to get corruption, remove 2 damage, and
And play 2 cards.
oh,
No, it's not play 2
game
cards. You draw 2
draw.
cards.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bit good.
Draw 2 cards and remove 2 damage.
Yeah, okay. This one is activate your
Activated abilities
abilities, tactics,
and 1 tactics.
works.
Or for corruption, you can have some materials and science.
Oh, wish I had more science. I think I'll go here.
So you land there, you get the discovery data cube. And was it your captain?
It was my captain.
So you get an extra resource when your captain lands on a planet. And now, because JP's promoted his captain, his special ability is that he can land on planets that have already been landed on.
Yeah.
Normally you can't do.
And I'll also take the 2 signs.
Nice. Bonus action?
Bonus action is going to be this card, I think. I'm going to spend that and a neutronium, so I don't get the house discount. Play Matter Resequencer, which is during bonus action, activate ability, this one. I'm going to spend energy to gain any 2 resources, or spend 2 energy to gain any 4 resources, and I'm assuming that's gain corruption. It's just a corruption sign, yeah. That's me. Excellent.
So this crew member who's not going to be able to use their ability, but they have another ability that I can remove damage from a ship or add a absorb to the sector. So where's looking? Yeah, you're going to sort these out.
Yep.
So I can heal something. What ships have we got that are any good?
That's
The other
pretty
one's
nice.
occupied. I mean, that's not too bad.
You can also use that
If
if you get a
I
drop,
can't get there.
because
It's,
it's too
a,
far away.
it's a normal cadet, so you can only move 1.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, if you land here, you'll take a corruption, but you'll get 3
no,
science. And,
no,
oh, it's
it's not my
It's not
captain.
my captain.
Yeah,
No.
It's not my
sorry.
captain. But yeah, I think I might. I think I might do that because it's a cube. Okay, so yeah, we'll go there. He's using his politics shenanigans on me. So I gain an influence with this one,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not going to move the ship. We're just going to land on here. So I get this cube, and then I am going to do the bottom action.
Ooh. You got a corruption, yeah.
Now, which of these do I want to corrupt? I'm going to shuffle them around and I'm going to corrupt that one. And then I gain 1 material and 2 science. I don't quite have room for that. So I'll gain the 2 science and just not gain the material. Too much corruption. Right. Main action done. Bonus action. Well, I'm going to have to play a card. Because I need to play a card. So here's the thing, and this is a rules question for the designer. If I... Oh no, I think you asked this earlier on. If I now play a card on a cadet that's been used, can I then use the ability?
It's in the after
But
main
it,
action.
but it actually says during main action or after planet action. So no, because we're now beyond that. We're now in the bonus action. So,
Maybe if it's after bonus action, but I haven't seen it.
But I haven't seen
No,
it
no,
yet.
Yeah, I've seen during bonus action.
Yeah,
'cause I've got one
I haven't
here.
seen
So.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play, because this is fun, I'm going to play Fanatic. So I don't get any discount on it whatsoever. So it's going to cost me 2 science and 2 energy. But I like this one thematically. So this cadet here is going to become a Fanatic. So when I attack, I deal 2 extra damage,
Nice.
but I deal 1 damage to a house ship in the same sector. If able. But you do not
Friendly fire.
deal damage to a ship that would be destroyed.
Okay.
So
You're weakened.
if I do it in here, then it doesn't destroy it, and he just deals loads
That's
of extra
pretty
damage.
cool.
So we're going to put that on there.
Mhm.
And that's me done.
Nice. My politician is going to pew pew. So I get to go up 1 on the influence
On the tactics.
because I'm going to do this instead of
Yeah, and
then
get
take
3 cards
and
and
keep 2.
keep 2 of them.
That's cool.
It's very cool.
It's very good.
I'll keep those 2. Give that one back.
Yeah, okay. And then
Right.
you're going to choose it as a fighter.
Yeah, I'm going to go through this way, so I don't have to. I don't know if the rules apply from being able to move. And then I'm going to fire 5 times
And gain loads of stuff.
and gain. Yeah, so I'll fire 5 times.
So that kills all of these.
Yeah, I'll then gain 1 of these and 1 of these.
And you get 5 tactics.
The yellow, yeah.
Yeah, and I would gain
And material.
1 of these,
you
but
have
I don't have
for
space.
your full. Okay. Nice.
So that's my main action. As my side action, I'm then going to do this. That's my bonus action.
Mhm.
So I'm going to spend these 2.
2 neutronium, discard 2 cards.
I'm going to discard this card. And I'm going to discard this card because that's never going to happen. And then I'm going to remove these 2. So one goes here.
Getting you
Another 3.
another
keep
3.
Yes.
and keep 2.
Well, it's not the symbol, which is, well, I don't know if it's +1 or not.
I think it is. I think it
It's
is.
gain influence card, right? In hidden in
Yeah, I think the iconography is old iconography.
Okay.
I think it's gain an influence card.
I'll take that.
Again, Alan will check. And Alan has confirmed that playing skill cards, you cannot use the
Yeah.
abilities on the card on the turn that you play it.
Which is why it says after main one.
Yes.
They're written in that way.
Okay, right, thank you. Wow, we're done. Yep,
Round 3.
We're done.
recall.
Come home, pretty people.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right, dropships that are on planets get moved off the planets and into space. The player with the highest initiative determines who the start player is for the next round.
Finally. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
There you go. See it?
Can you see it?
Yep, you can see it. Right, then we do the breach phase. So in 1, nothing happens.
Yeah.
In 2, 4 damage on the Revenant. So
Yeah.
the Revenant is damaged, and we process this card. It says we reset all of the tactics, and it says to 0.
Yeah.
Sad.
Everything goes.
It says to 0. Again, prototype, it might not
No,
be
there'll be
that much
flat.
higher.
Still go on the bottom.
Yeah,
Because
whoever
you're
was
highest.
furthest ahead.
So it'd be Adrian, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we will reveal this one. So the next time the Revenant gets damaged,
Ships take down.
all ships are going to take a damage.
That's kind of rough.
If that happens.
Yeah.
If that happens. But because the Revenant was damaged, it ignores all further damage to it. Because,
So this basically doesn't matter.
yeah, so nothing happens here, nothing
Yeah.
happens here, nothing here,
Nothing
nothing here,
here.
nothing here. These
Ignore.
attack, but it's already been beaten up. So that's it. And there's no corruption being added. So we're all okay.
Good.
Right.
Survived the last one.
Did we hyper jump? No, we didn't. So we start round 4. We did not jump, which means it's dice time.
Oh, there was 2 'cause it's round 4. So first thing we do is
Oh,
colony.
we do that, yes. So in round 4, if there were any sector cards here, you actually get rid of them because round 4 is our opportunity to jump to our final destination. So we take the colony cards, we give them a shuffle, and we pick 2 of them, and I will show you these. Now, these are old iconography, so this has already changed, but there are 2 colonies available. And if you enable the hyperjump in round 4, then whoever enables it can discard one of these cards and may discard the second one. So you must discard one of them, you may discard the other one. If you keep one of them, then that is the destination that you're jumping to at the end of round 4. It means that that house will gain 1 power at the end of the game. Not influence, power. And it gives an extra scoring condition for everybody in the game. But if we don't jump in round 4, it means we don't actually get to our final destination. We still play the game and we still score the points, but we just don't get any bonus opportunities. Right. Then we do the dice, because we didn't jump. So you got the dice? Off you
Got
go.
the dice.
Sector 1 has a rift in it.
It's 2.
2 with 1 on either side.
Yeah. Rolling low now.
Why have you said that?
Sector 2.
Because it makes no difference. You're just superstitious. It's 3-1 on either side. It's going up.
So that's full
Yeah.
with 1 on either side. Right, sector 3.
2, 1 on either
Is
side.
it? Can't have 1 here. And sector 8.
2. Just
Just
all they could
2?
have anyway, yeah. Oh, 1 either side.
So 1 more there, 1 more in there,
Yeah.
and 1 more in there.
Plenty to shoot at.
So
now.
this is the last round of the game.
Yeah.
If the Revenant takes damage again, then what will happen is this will trigger,
Bad
and
things.
all ships will take 1 damage, which is going to definitely kill a number of the ships,
Yeah.
unless we repair them,
Mm-hmm.
which is going to affect the house totals. And now we draw cards. So Adrian, you're first. You're drawing 4 cards now.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
And we'll draw 3 cards. So I'll take 1, 2. You can have multiple training cards.
You can have
right?
3 training cards on each cadet. I'm going to take one of each. No, except I don't have 3. I'm only drawing 2. So I'll take those. Right, we are now in the action phase for the final round of the game, and Adrian is going first.
This is the problem. I've got to read all these cards now.
Get lots of cards.
What do I want to do? I know what I want to do. I know what I need to do.
Well, we've got multiple bogeys inbound,
Yeah.
and we kind of need Adrian's blow 5 up
Yeah.
ability, which is quite nice. And I've got my Fanatic. So my Fanatic can actually deal 3 damage.
Without, if ship's fully damaged, it ignores the damage on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not
So
bad.
I've also got a rules question about this card for Alan, who is watching us, because this says it's got 2 different abilities on it, and I'm not. Does that mean I can either do this or this? Yeah, I guess I can either do this or this. So I could just deal 1 damage, or I could deal 2 damage and 1 damage to a house ship in the same sector if able. So I think what that means is if I was going in here, I'd do the +2 damage.
Yeah.
But if I was in here, I could just choose to do the +1. I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's how that works.
You overkill, you're splashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going to go here.
So this is your cadet. So
Yeah.
you gain 1 influence with
All right.
that,
Yeah.
and you gain a corruption.
Corruption's going there.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the action where I get 2 neutronium.
Yep.
And no, I'm just going to gain an extra neutronium.
You gonna jump? Thinking about it?
Thinking about it.
I might. What suggests that? You've done your bonus, yeah?
And I've done my bonus.
We forgot to populate planets with cubes.
Oh, in fact, did I want to do that because I was using my cadet? Sorry.
That's all right.
I
I'm still
think
thinking about it.
actually what I want to do is this one here. It's going to cost me 1 less. So it costs me 2 and it's going to cost me 1 less. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. What's the maximum hand size?
8.
8. So I'm just going to spend 1 of those. I get the 1 cheaper for here. And then I'm just going to... Oh, sorry, not that one. That one. Yeah, I'm just going to use that, which allows me to draw 4 cards.
Okay.
But obviously I'll have a limit.
Yeah. Then
and
you'll discard down.
in fact, I'll draw 1 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one after all, which is destroy up to 2 ships in a sector. If no ships are left in the sector, gain 2 tactics. So I think what I'm going to do is destroy this one.
Is it 2 ships in a sector?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I want the tactics.
Yeah.
I think.
So you get...
Do I? No, I'm going to destroy 2 here.
Okay. Because
that-
2
2
tactics with
tactics
destroying
anyway.
2 ships.
Yeah. And then I get to draw 1 anyway, so I'm going to draw
Okay.
one of these. One of these.
Done?
I am now.
With bonus action done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Still doesn't. No, it does help me. Does it help me? Does that go in it? Do that. Discard a card. Can do that.
Okay, Alan has confirmed that with that card, you would activate both of the abilities.
Right, okay.
So if it's got during attack and during attack,
Yes, that's how I've played it.
I get both of those.
Cool.
I'm just not sure why it's... I guess each one is optional, so I don't have to do the top one if I don't want to. Otherwise, they would be combined. It's going the wrong way.
Okay. I'm going to go here.
Corruption?
Ignore the corruption.
Ignore the corruption,
Yeah.
but you do
Copy
gain
my action.
influence with this.
This one.
Yeah.
And I get 2 neutronium.
So you have to discard a card,
Yeah.
and then you get 2 neutronium.
Yeah. Which one do
Okay.
I care about? Probably you. For a long time. Can you remind me playing these?
Yes.
In the
So
fourth
special rule: these secret agenda cards that we chose at the start of the game. In the 4th round of the game, at the end of any of your turns, you can play this card, reveal it, and mark all of the objectives that you've done on it. Now, I'm going to show these in more detail at the end of the game. The reason they're going to get revealed at the end of the game anyway, but you may want to play them earlier. And the reason for that is some of these will rely on the board state.
Yeah.
And the board state might change between now and the end of the game. So it might be better for you to play them early.
Yeah. Okay, all done.
All done with your bonus action done.
No bonus action I'm going to do now. So I'm going to do remote system hack, ignoring the thingy bob there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will do one of them. This is -2 any wild. Resolve a small ship's action. Do not gain influence. So I'm assuming I can use a drop ship.
Yep, drop ship is a small ship.
Lovely. So it doesn't really matter which one I do. So let's just do this one.
Okay, so it goes there, you get the cube.
Yeah.
Is that your 3rd cube?
That's my 3rd
That's
cube.
your 3rd cube. So how many influence cards do you want?
I will get
Draw 2, choose 1.
draw 2, choose 1. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, and then I will probably do this bottom one.
So gain a
Actually,
corruption.
I didn't want to go there. Sorry. Because you can move a ship.
You can move.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Can you not?
So, what was the card that you just played?
So
Resolve a small ship's action.
So the action is to land.
So I can't move it.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
You can move
That's
it
okay.
if you're piloting.
That's okay. So it's one of them.
You're gaining the corruption, are you?
Yeah, I will do.
And 2 science. And a corruption.
Oh, God.
So you're gonna have to lock something out, otherwise you wouldn't be able to place.
Yeah, we'll figure this one out in a sec.
But you can put the markers on first, I
Yeah.
believe. Or do you gain the corruption first? I think you gain the corruption afterwards.
Okay.
I think. I'm not quite sure of the timing.
Yeah.
Unless you might lock yourself out of actually being able to get anything. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Let's do that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Right.
Who
So-
knows?
Who knows?
Well, I'm glad you didn't go on there because I need to go on there. So I'm finally going to get to use my empath ability.
Hooray!
So I gain an influence with that house, and then I gain an additional influence with that house if none of my other houses are lower. None of my other houses are lower. So I go to there. Yay! Achievement unlocked.
Nice.
Right. I then get to move it, and I get to land, but I'm not going to be able to do the bottom bit because it's. Oh no, I am. Oh, but I can't land here. Ah. So. Now I really don't want a corruption. Yeah, corruption bad. But that is do any ship action, isn't it? Is the one that I want. Can I do that? I could do that. I think I'm just going to land here and get the 2 science. Just go there, get the cube, get 2 science. That's my main action. I can't do that. It's remove a damage from the ship that I've just moved, or add an absorption to the sector, and there's no ships in there. So, not going to do that. But I am. I want to play a card. I don't want to play a card. What else can I do? I can gain a resource. Okay, well, let's gain some energy. Yeah. Okay, that's me done. Wow.
I'm going to take this one here, place it here, which means I get to draw 3.
Shooty.
Draw 3 and keep 2.
Yeah.
Politician strong.
And then I'm going to take those 4 off the map.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Or
Which makes it-
1,
tactics.
2, 3,
Which
4.
is 2 materials.
1 material? 2 materials.
One for there and one for there.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
However-
that ship is still going to get blown up
I want,
if the Revenant gets damaged because it's going to do an energy pulse.
however, I wanted to take that from that one, so
Okay.
I'll do that instead. Oh, it's a slower space look, so I'll take that there. And then what am I on? Oh, I'm on my own little frigate, aren't I? Then?
Yeah. It's flying around.
Well, I might as well. Yeah, I might as well just play this. It does really nothing apart from giving me a point at the end because I played it. I'm going to play that under there, which lets me draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
How many cards?
8.
8.
So you discard down to 8 after you've drawn all the cards.
Oh, okay.
And then is that you done?
And then that's me done.
Okay. Aha. So you get any one influence.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Probably need to go yellow, right? Let's just bump it up. Unless am I near anything? Any bonuses? I'm not, am I?
Yeah.
Let's go yellow. Right, so one of them, one of them, one of them, and one of them.
What do you want to build?
Right, let's have a look. What's the options on civilian ships?
Everything except yellow.
I mean, you could build a
Because
yellow
of-
lander.
Because
Drop
Yeah.
ship.
You can build a yellow dropship.
no, I need a civilian ship, please. And
Okay.
let's have a look. Gonna do that one. There we go, and I put it anywhere, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So anywhere that's kind of safe is anywhere at the back.
Okay.
There you go.
So the power of this house goes up to 2.
Yeah.
I approve.
Thought you might. I didn't want to do it,
I do not.
but there's reasons.
Okay.
And can I do this now?
Yeah, at the end of your turn, you're going to play.
Oh, end of my turn.
End of your
So
turn.
Still going on. Right, my ability here.
Is you gain 1 tactic for each planet that you're currently on.
I'm currently
Yeah,
on
you're not currently on any planet. You don't have any crew members on planets
because I remote control.
because you remote control that dropship.
Yeah. So I don't want to do that. And playing that. It's bad. I could play you. Except I can't. So I think I can't do any of these. Can't do that. Can't do that. I can't do that. Can't afford any cards. You know when you put corruption in the wrong place?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Isn't it? So I think that's forego my bonus action, which doesn't feel great.
Okay.
But
I
it's
mean,
fine. But I
yeah.
can do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to resolve my.
Alan has said if you reach your limit of resources, you are allowed to throw out any resources to make room. Yeah.
Yeah, you can switch them out. So I'm going to reveal this. I think I've done all 3 of these. So have 5.
Do you want to just pass me the card and I'll
Yeah.
show it on the big screen? So this is one of the secret objective cards. And there's 3 separate objectives on this one, and they're all different. But the bit on the left hand side is there needs to be a power value of 5 or more with those 2 factions. So it's nothing to do with your influence. It's the power
Both.
of those 2 factions combined. If it's 5 or more, you're going to get 6 points at the end of the game. Also, you need to have two or more training cards, 2 or more equipment cards, and 2 or more support cards. If you've got that, you've done that. And 2 civilian ships on the map at any time. So which of those have you done?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah.
So we need a way of marking them.
Yeah.
So just put a cube, 3 cubes on it to say all of those have been done. So that's going to be 18 points at the end of the game. Now that card, if he didn't play it on his turn, will get revealed at the end of the game. But 18 is
Did it before stuff starts getting blown up.
big. I don't think I've done any of mine. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That.
It made my lack
Not
of bonus
that.
action a bit more
Very,
sweet.
very much not that, and very much not that either.
Yeah.
Dear. Dear.
Oh,
Right.
dear, oh dear.
So my go.
Yeah, you're good.
So many things I need to do. So many things.
Do you have enough science?
Yeah, got too much, but some of it's locked. I'm assuming if it's locked, you can't move it
No,
out.
correct.
No.
I've got 2 actions left. 2 actions is not enough. is not enough actions.
It helps. I've only got one.
So, is there a yellow ship that hasn't been used? Yes, there is. Does that yellow ship get me anything?
Is it worth you
It gets
using?
you 3 science, but then
Do you need it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, these cards are points. So, but it's a corruption. It's another corruption. That's the problem. And this corruption is negative points at the end of the game.
What?
Wasn't there a place where you could go to get rid of corruption? Yes, but you get a corruption by taking it.
You get neutronium because you can at least get rid of 2 corruption.
Yeah. I really wanted to have increased my captain's ability, but to do that requires 3 science, and I don't have 3 science. So, how much space do I have? I have 1 space for a resource. Yeah, I don't know what it is that I'm actually trying to do.
No.
So who's green? You're green. You're not going to blow this up. You are definitely not going to want that to hit that.
No, but the problem is, Paul, is the Revenant's getting bombarded.
It is.
And then guess what's going to happen?
It's going to blow.
All ships are going to
it's
get
going to
damage.
do 1 damage to each ship. That's that gone.
That's gone.
That gone. That gone.
Which is
that
why I
gone.
wanted to time this, because if that happens, I'll dump.
Well, can we stop that happening? Yeah. I mean, that's already done, so you can't do that again. That frigate can't be done again.
I didn't think about that. I was like, I want to protect that, so I'll do that, but didn't think about.
Yeah, it's all going to blow up anyway.
Well, it's 5 damage is fine.
I can take 3 out.
So we need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You enjoy that?
I am not helping anymore.
No idea how that is going to happen.
Yeah.
At all.
Really
I get rid of 2 with that.
Because these 2 are gone as well.
Yeah, it means a lot of these are going to just
a lot of the points
absolutely drop down.
Uh-huh.
So where can I go to get a neutronium?
Here, but it's occupied.
Yeah.
Close that.
The only way you can do it is that.
You could land here.
Except, so I could with my captain.
You could go over, and that's the only way.
But I've only got space for 1 thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it would.
And you'd immediately gain a corruption by doing
Well,
it.
that's if you do that.
You could do that.
Do that to do
we should
that.
then do that.
Oh, okay.
Which won't give you corruption.
But it would gain me the 2 neutronium, which I can't.
But you can ditch something out, remember?
I can, and I probably have to. But actually, I want to play cards. Let's just go here before it blows up. So
Yeah.
I gain.
Corruption.
Do I?
Oh yeah, you gain a green, then you gain a corruption.
Right. So I gain corruption, which is going to lock one of these, which means I can't spend the resources in it.
Yeah.
Ah.
But you can move them around.
Yeah. So that's the one I'm going to lock. But I might just shuffle things around. I just need to work out which 2 cards I'm going to play, because if I play that one, I get the house discount, and I get a discount of 1. So that's quite good, because it's 2 points at the end of the game. What else could I? And that would cost me potentially that. And then the fanatic that we talked about, I'd get a discount of 1, so it would cost me 1 science and 2 energy. Yeah, it's not going to cost me any materials. Right, so I'm gonna rearrange, and then I'm going to gain the corruption. Right, so the 2 cards that I'm going to play are fanatic. So that's going to cost me all of that stuff, except discount of 1. So 2 science and 1 energy. Yes, Alan is giving us advice, the repair action, which I did think about. Anybody's got any materials,
Oh, I don't.
they can go there and repair.
I'm jumping, so not happening, is it?
He wants another set of cards.
Wait, once
And that.
points for that.
What's that do again?
Well, it
You
depends
pick
which one he
which
chooses. He's
location.
going to go for that one
Yeah.
because it's 2 points for each
Level of
level.
command.
level of captain.
Captain, sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, I played 1 card
And he's always
and I
minus
paid
2.
for it, and then I'm going to play that card, getting a discount of that one because I'm
You went
there, and that one because of that, which cost me a neutronium. So I've got a void fused cannon, which is awesome, but I gain corruption for using it. Because, you know, dabbling with forces that I shouldn't
Void
probably
technology.
dabble with.
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to do these.
Yeah, no one's going to repair. Adrian can, but won't. And I don't have any materials,
Yeah.
so it's not going to happen
So how am I going to get this neutronium again?
through this.
Okay.
Anyway, I can see you getting it.
Yeah.
I know that because that's what I was going to do.
Okay. So as my bonus action for this round, I will gain a neutronium, and that's it. That is me done. I had a shocking game. Played terribly. Here we go.
So I can go up anything, but because it's my commander, instead, I can go up a tactic
And get a random card,
and get, well,
which for you is 2 random cards.
it's 2 random cards.
So up a
So
tactic.
1 tactic and draw 3,
keep 2.
keep 2.
Oh, he got loads. Juicy.
And yeah, of course, Alan said the repair won't help these
No,
because they haven't taken damage.
they're just one and done.
They
aren't
will die from the energy pulse.
Yeah. But these two are dead.
Just as a reminder for those people watching, these 4 potential damage tiles, they're randomised. So every game is going to be different. I mean, the game's very different now because of that.
Yeah.
I've not played with that one before. Well, I have. It's just not come out. You get those 2
They're
cubes?
dead, yeah.
Let's swap that one. There we go.
2 cubes.
I then get
Oh, look, you get it again.
And now I get it again. Yep.
This is
Politics.
politics.
You might as well just take the deck.
Yeah, here you go.
Do you want them all?
So what have I got here? Right, okay, so I'll take that one. And I will take that one. And then I'm going to spend the 3 neutronium to jump.
Are we jumping to
Yes,
here?
we jump into there.
Okay. We jump into
Um,
there. There you go.
And then as my bonus action,
There's more.
Do you get this now? Or
no,
That
where we go at
means
the end.
that is going to be worth 1 extra power at the end of the game.
right.
That
Wow.
house will
Okay.
be worth 1 power when we get there.
That's really good.
Well, I don't think I can afford anything. So, is there anything I can go up here that would give me a benefit? No.
Nope. Interesting. The last 2 games I've played, somebody's reached the top.
Really?
Yeah.
One of the tracks. But in this game, we've kind of all been
Spread a bit
Spread.
more, haven't we?
because this bit's been too volatile.
Yeah.
In this game,
You don't want to pour your eggs in.
I've
one,
never,
do you?
I built a ship and
Yeah.
then another one got destroyed. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the kind of game it's going to be.
Going on here doesn't give me any benefits for these cards, so it doesn't count as
No,
being
it's
on
not a
anything.
house ship.
So I don't actually think I can do anything.
Okay.
It's the same as my last turn. I just couldn't do a bonus.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, you could do that
because I could discard it
to go
and
one
go
on any track.
one on another one. So
Yeah.
is there something this
So-
ship? This isn't going to necessarily go, is it?
It's not.
Fine. So I don't think there's any benefit in that.
Because you think these are all going to be worth roughly the same at the end?
Because the yellow one is going to lose 1 here.
Yellow's
but
going to
not-
lose 1.
Okay, I might as well go up 1 on the yellow one.
What are you discarding?
So he's
And
using his
using
ability.
to
Ah.
discard
Throw away a
1 to
card.
go up. So
You're going to go at 1 on the yellow.
yeah. So I think this has only got 1 at the moment, so I'll get rid of it.
Right. And you're done.
And I'm done.
Final action for JP.
Da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Once these are dropped, they're done, right?
Yep.
Probably use my drop, my frigate.
Yeah, you could come over here and redrop
I could.
If it's your captain.
if it's your captain.
It is.
So
Okay,
you
so your
could-
captain can move to and can
Who is it?
land
No.
where there's already...
It wasn't.
He's not your
Start.
captain. Okay.
I lied. It's not. That's okay. I won't come here though.
Yeah, if you do, that means I can't.
Yeah. I need to remove my corruption
Yeah, that's what I need to do.
because I've got 3 corruption, which is what, -2?
-2 each.
No brainer.
Oh.
Blue.
Boom. Land on the planet. Get that.
Doesn't help me, but I'll do that. Activate, get 2 neutronium. And then
bonus action,
ditch those 2 cards.
spend the 2 neutronium to get rid of 2 corruption. This goes on to your void residue card.
Still not enough, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that didn't work.
I already have my eye on that.
I need to decide if I'm going to try and save this ship or because at the moment all I'm doing is removing 1 corruption. That my only way of getting neutral.
Only way I could see it.
Yeah.
How are you repairing though?
No, it's this way. If you've got energy, you haven't got energy.
I don't have any energy. I want that old rule brought back. that old rule would be great for me right now. So I can get rid of 1 of those, which is 2 points.
Oh, this is game 1. Sorry, game after main action plus 1 science feature. My crew figures on a ship with a different house affiliation. So I think mine are only on 1. So get 1, but it doesn't really matter. So I don't think these are worth anything, right?
Every 4 resources is worth a point at the end of the game.
Oh, okay.
Green players forgot to get hidden influence card.
Or
You went on your frigate, yes. So
Thank
when you
you.
go on your frigate, you draw 2, choose 1.
Good God.
So I've got my captain left, and yeah, really don't know because everything is going to die. All the planets have been landed on. It's which one of these? So orange. Is that going to lose a ship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's definitely going to lose a ship. Is Chivius going to lose a ship?
I think it's safe.
It's safe.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that is safe. So going up
You're not red, so
red
Mhm.
will actually get me an extra point at the end. But that's about it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do very much with these. Is that going to lose a ship? Yeah, that's going to lose a ship. Is that going to lose a ship?
It depends what
Okay.
you choose.
Okay, so it might. That one. Green's going to lose a ship at the moment, and yellow's going to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
definitely losing one.
I'll just go on here. This is a bit suboptimal. Might as well go on there.
Assuming these can still count for these, or these don't count.
What's that?
Can you get? Are these counted as occupied spaces for this? I know. it
I
doesn't
don't think
matter
that
for you.
needs to,
Doesn't matter for you, but I'm just wondering for the rule.
possibly.
Okay.
Yeah, possibly. I don't even have the abilities to do that. Yeah, it's all gone a bit wrong this game. So I go there, I get 1 influence here,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to do the
Destroy.
destroy 2 ships. So
Which 2 do you want?
just take these 2. She gets me those 2, which doesn't really do anything. Oh, and as far as a I was hoping that would get a material. Doesn't, does it?
No.
Oh. Okay, that's fine. I can't do that because it's corrupted. I'll do this. Yeah, I'll spend the neutronium. I'll discard a random card. It doesn't matter at this stage. In order to remove a corruption, which is effectively 2 points. Right,
Mhm.
we're all done. So we go to the recall phase where people come home for one last time.
Well done, boys.
We had a lovely time.
Had a lovely time out there.
We remove the dropships from the planets. Not that it really matters. The player who's highest on initiative decides who goes first. Again, I don't think matters, but
Me just in case.
and now we do breach finally. So sector 1, nothing bad happens. Sector 2,
Everything bad.
boom.
Annihilates the ship and kills
So the
everything.
Revenant gets hit, 5 damage goes on, and then 5 damage comes off, and the energy pulse happens. I think that happens immediately.
Boom.
So let's do the damage. So this goes.
Yeah. So that goes down
So
to 1.
Green goes down to 1.
Annihilation.
That gets a damage.
Yeah.
That gets a damage.
Yeah.
These 2 both go
So that's that one
down to 0.
and this one.
And that one,
So that's scoring nothing.
Green is scoring nothing.
I'm glad I'm at the bottom of that track.
which is quite a lot for me.
Damage to this one.
I was trying to work it out. And
This
I was
one
like,
goes.
Yeah.
This one takes a
This has
damage.
been a brutal game.
These all take 1 damage.
These all take 1 damage. These take 1 damage. That
We're only
goes.
doing it to show the viewers what would happen, what you're not supposed to do.
What you're not supposed to do. How not to play the game.
How don't
And
you don't do
one
this,
goes
guys.
Here,
It's
and that one goes here.
Right. That's the energy pulse happened.
Yep.
Sector 3, nothing happened. Sector 4, Sector 5, Sector 6, Sector 7, one ship takes
Blow
1 damage.
yellow or
I'm definitely not blowing up yellow.
So
oh,
there.
Yeah.
And then this does nothing because the ship's already been
Correct.
hit. Right, there you go. The next damage card, should we be carrying on, is all players will lose 3 energy. There's a blackout. So one thing I did want to mention here, which didn't actually happen in this game that we played today. This is my 3rd game of it, and in all of the previous 2 games, a certain thing happened with the arc ships, which is a really cool part of the game, and unfortunately, it didn't happen in our game tonight. So the arc ships are the big ones on the board, which have the actions on them, and those can get destroyed as well. And when they do, the actions of those ships are no longer in the game. Now, you can rebuild those ships, but it's an interesting part of the game that if the arc ships get destroyed, then certain actions that the players had access to are no longer in the game. Right, and then we do final scoring. So, what we need is Paul's totally unofficial scorepad. The game is going to come with a scorepad, I believe.
Yeah.
So, we have JP, we have Paul, we have Adrian. So, first of all, did we warp to a colony?
We did.
we did.
We did. So, this is the colony we warped to. So, we increase this house's power by 1.
Nice.
And then there's end of game scoring condition.
Was that for everybody?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
okay. It's not.
We do reset the track at the end of the game, but nobody was at 8 or higher.
Yeah.
So no bonuses from that.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
trying to get it, but I'd locked it out.
So we'll go through the houses in turn. So for this house, I have 3, 4 influence multiplied by 1. So I get 4 points. Adrian, you have 1 on the board.
And 2 more.
So 3 multiplied by 1, you get 3. And JP, you've got 1 on the board and 1 more card, so that's 2. Chivius. It's 2 multiplied by 2, so I get another 4 points. Adrian, you've got none on the board.
And none in my...
And-
1.
1, so 2 points. And JP, 2 on the board, 2 in hand, so that's 4, so that's 8 points. This house is worth 1. So I've got 2. Adrian, none on the board.
1.
1 in hand is 1. JP, none on the board.
0
None in hand, 0. This house is worth 2 apiece. So I've got 4. Adrian,
6.
6.
2.
We've got 1 on there. 2, 3 times 2. Yeah.
Oh, so it's 6 points. Yeah, 6 points. And JP?
Nope.
So you've got the 2 on here.
Got the base 2.
Multiplied by 2, so 4 points. Right, next house is worth 2 points each. I'm on 1, so I get 2 points. Adrian, you've got 2 on the board,
Plus another 1.
so 3,
6.
so 6 points. And
Just the
JP,
1 card.
1, so you've got 3. Sorry,
No, 2.
you're
2 times
2,
2.
so you're on 4.
Mhm.
Green one is worth nothing. So all of the influence and all of the cards is worth.
JP's only got 4
Absolutely
houses. Is it because one of them scored
I
0?
didn't score. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, fine.
And finally, yellow is worth 2 points each. So I've got 1, so I'm on 2. Adrian, you've got 2 on the board,
Yeah, plus
1,
another 1.
so that's 3, so that's 6. JP, you've got
Another 4.
so 4 on the board, 4 in hand is 8 times 2 is 16.
16, baby.
Run away with
So
it.
this is a really low score compared to what we got this afternoon.
Yeah, and what we got yesterday
Really?
as well.
This afternoon, some of these were at 3, some of them were at 4, and somebody got 30 points for one of them. So I think this is a low scoring game. But that's that. Next.
Yeah.
You do your secret card. So you get 18 for your card because you'd already revealed it.
Mm-hmm.
Mine, unfortunately, and I should have played this at the end of my turn. I really should have done
So,
before the
before
battle
things
phase.
load up.
Let's say we did, because I was never going to do the other 2.
It's your stream.
Yeah, it's my stream. Nobody's watching. So it was to have yellow and blue at 5, and they were
Yeah.
before
All of that.
All that.
before that. So
Yeah.
I would have played that at the end of my last turn.
So I've scored 6 from one or more damaged Revenant tiles revealed, which we revealed 3.
Oh, wow.
We
Okay.
reveal well, yeah,
So incentivized to have big damage.
okay.
The others have done nothing.
But would you have played yours at the end of
No.
your turn? It wouldn't have worked.
This needed to have at least 3 ships in 3 different houses, and at no point did we hit more than 3
Oh,
ships in
right,
one house.
okay.
And then have 2+ influence on every single house
Before cards.
before cards.
Mm.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That's really hard to do.
The other one was just as hard.
Okay. Again, prototype.
Yeah.
These might still be being tweaked. But that's the secret objective card. Right. 2 points for each equipment.
Yeah.
So I've got 4.
4.
You got 4.
4.
4. 2 points for each training card. So I get 4.
4.
4.
2.
2. 1 point for each played support card.
4.
Your captain's level. My captain is level 1. You get 1 point. You're level 3. 3 points. Level 2. 2 points. And 1 point for every 4. Yeah, I was going to forget that.
Okay.
1 point for every 4 resources.
1.
None.
Right. The colony card. So it's 2 points per captain level. So I get 2.
2.
6.
Adrian gets 6. You get 4.
Yeah.
And finally, -2 for every corruption. So I lose 6.
-4.
-2.
It's for -2. Right, well, it's definitely not me, so we'll do mine first. 10,
I think
18,
we know he's got it.
yeah, 24.
I'm feeling good. I'm
32,
feeling confident, guys.
34, 30. 30. My plan is to score lower every game I play. Can feel the corruption. So who do we think's won between you two?
Absolutely, JP.
Okay, so we'll add Adrian's score together. So 5, 6, 24, 30. 39 plus 9 is 48 -4, 44.
I think you got more than that just in the.
Okay, JP, 10, 18, was that 16?
Yeah.
34,
Come on.
plus that is 52, 60, 66, 71, 69. So, 30 points is me. This was all going wrong halfway through, I knew that. Adrian with 44, JP's clear victory
Yeah.
with 69.
Just went
Well played.
heavy on yellow. Just protected yellow. Spent yellow cards.
You
Yellow
did
cards. Yeah.
really well on this track really early, and then got loads of bonus resources
That helped me out.
for that. Now, this was a sponsored stream, so a huge thank you to Mindclash Games for sponsoring this stream. What that does mean is you're not going to get any opinions from us in this video. We all do have our thoughts on the game, but we won't be sharing them in this video. This is done to purely give you an idea of how the game plays, to help you make a decision about whether it's the kind of game that you might want to back. Just as a reminder, everything that you see here is a prototype. All of the artwork, all of the graphic design is all still being worked on. It's all still being tweaked. The rules are still in a state of flux. So you may have seen, if you've watched any videos from other content creators, they may have been playing with slightly different rules. I've been speaking with Mindclash and the designer last night and today, and the rules we've used today are the ones that they have approved us to use. But these will be slightly different from what some other content creators will have done. And I'm sure they are continuing to work on the game, continuing to develop the game, and hopefully, I mean, we trust the Mindclash team to give us the best game they can. If you've been watching this video and you are a Voidfall fan, you will probably have realised by now that this is not Voidfall. There are a number of people that go, oh, I love Voidfall, so I'm definitely going to get this. If you want to get it, that's fine. And although this game is set in the Voidfall universe and it looks like Voidfall, I don't think it shares a single mechanism with Voidfall. It is a completely standalone, very very different game. Personally, I'm glad that they've set it in the Voidfall universe, and I think it works thematically. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we are done. So thank you very much to you two for joining me.
Thank you as always.
The Whose Turn Is It Anyway podcast is a podcast. You can find it on all good podcast sites.
We're there.
You have already talked about this in your post-Essen
Yes.
one.
Yeah. But that was a demo. So.
But that was a demo that you played. This is your first, well, you played last night,
Yeah.
but this was your first full game of it, which showed, based on the scores here, it showed that me and Adrian have played it before.
Beginner's luck.
We're all done. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next
Thanks
time.
all.
Bye-bye.